lose choke. Fast and fierce, racing souls, tearing through the endless cold. Twisting metal, thunder growls, screams of tires, dirt that scowls. Crank it loud, boys, let it blast. Roads of fury racing fast. Southern Pride racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Every lap a rebel's dream. Gasoline, hearts and the scream. Dave and Dean crown the track. Each corner fight, ain't turning back. Crank it loud, boys, let it blast. Roads of fury racing fast. Southern Pride racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Nights alive, wheels embrace, burn the streets, set the pace. Hours, speed's the creed. Southern Fried racing breed. Southern Fried racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Nights alive, wheels embrace.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Coming in for landing. It's the racing hour. Oh, yeah. It's good to be back.
Oh, yes.
Not had done as much live shows and even recorded shows. We've been slowly, or I've been slowly amping up some of that stuff because we were upgrading,
Right.
and also was very busy at work. So, you're just trying to do the things you can do. So I was just checking a couple other things. Good. Looks good. But yeah, we're amping up starting tonight. So more live shows, more back up to where we were. A new upgrade.
Oh, yeah.
New stuff. So we got new toys to play with, getting used to that. We didn't have a race last week.
No, we didn't.
And we still got to do the Dean taste test. We haven't.
Oh, yeah.
We've got to do that. That won't be tonight, but we will be doing that. Dean on his Coke Zero challenge. We're going to be doing that. We'll try to get that set up for the next show. We do have a guest tonight at 6:00.
Right.
And Richard, and I can't remember the last name.
I can't either.
He'll tell us. A matter of about bottom of the hour or so, or 25 minutes till, we will send him the link and get him all set up to come in. But we did have a race this week.
Yeah, we did. Yes.
And we will have a race this coming weekend.
Right. Yes. This coming weekend.
What network is it on, Dean?
USA.
I don't have some of these channels. I just don't have, man, because I don't have like the satellite hookup thing y'all got going on or whatever y'all done. I've got like 1-2 things, so you can take your TNT, you can take your USA and all that. I don't want it.
You don't. I like them.
Oh, and the other one, CW.
Right.
See, I've not been able to watch a race with CW, TNT, or USA. My gosh, can we just get back to Fox or something?
I know it.
What's next?
Well, after USA, it could be on NBC.
I think I'm good there. I think so.
Yeah.
Good grief.
Yeah.
I tell you what, for my money, you could just do it on Prime. All of them.
Oh, yeah, I do too. I agree.
I really think they do a good job.
I do.
And
yeah.
I don't, don't care about the others, but that's my problem, not theirs. I just try not to pay for too much. So, it's what they're doing, man. And I knew this was going to happen.
I do too.
And all sports is going to go this way. So what's going to happen is all sports is eventually going to become pay-per-view, basically, because you're going to have to pay for different games or pay for a package to get that particular thing.
Exactly. Yes.
The Super Bowl or something, become something like that. It won't be free.
More and more NFL games is coming on Netflix, then Amazon Prime.
Yeah, and I've got the Prime. I think I've got access to Netflix. It's just ridiculous.
Yes.
You know, I'm going to have to change my package up. I think we used to bounce our TV package back and forth depending on if the Braves, because one of them would carry the Braves, one would not. So we would bounce between YouTube TV, which I like, and Fubo. And Fubo would show the Braves, and they didn't have an agreement with YouTube TV, but I prefer YouTube TV. I'm going to have to go back and flip over and do that. So anyway,
I thought all networks had USA.
No,
I thought they did.
No, not showing the race. I'm telling you, man. I looked, and the Fubo, my package don't have it. You know.
Yeah.
You live in a sheltered world, Dean.
No, but I mean, I've got USA, and I pay for Netflix and Amazon Prime.
Well, see, that's what I mean. See, you're having to pay for that. See, for me, I would have to pay for whatever that is that's going to bring on USA or TNT, CW. I don't have none of that. I'm just a poor boy, man. I don't have time for all that.
Poor boy, yeah, right. I know what you do for a living. You're not poor.
But I'm paying for all this stuff, man. I'm not going to add something on top of it for, paying for, man, we got so many, outlays that's going on.
For,
Let me give a shout out real quick. We're going to talk about the winner there, Ty Gibbs, in the race, but let me give a shout out. If you're not on Pickaxe, now we're on all the things we've always been on, but Pickaxe, as a matter of fact, I should have put that. I was supposed to have put that. Let me see if I can get that. Let me see if I can get that. I need to go over there and do it. I'll do it on my phone while you're talking or something.
Okay, while you're doing that, let me tell you this. Come next year, the All-Star race will be back at North Wilkesboro.
Well, I'm okay with that.
They announced that today.
Okay.
And the rest of the schedule is dropping very slowly, but they're making dates up as they go.
Okay.
Like, they don't know about the Chicago street race yet, but they're talking about going back to Chicagoland.
Well, I don't like that.
And they say that come next year on July 4th, they'll be back in Iowa.
I'm okay with Iowa. I'm okay with that.
I like Iowa. Yeah, it's a good race.
I'm just popping this into Pickaxe. I wanted to so that I'll be running live on Pickaxe because I announced that, and then I'm sitting here not doing it. So.
And then they announced today that let's see. Well,
there were big changes. I mean, they made a change about the stages and caution laps and all that.
Yes. If the caution comes out within the 10 laps of the stage break, it's called. It's automatic stage.
Well, it should be. All this back and forth is stupid.
But they're doing it to give the fans more of a green flag.
Well, they should.
I agree.
It's ridiculous, man, the stuff that we've been going through with that.
You're right.
So anyway, I guess we can call it Complaint Wednesday.
Right.
But there are getting some. We're not the only ones. I mean, a lot of NASCAR fans complain about some of this stuff.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, let's talk about the race. Ty Gibbs.
Oh yes.
A great win for him.
It was
69 points, so really nice.
Yes.
Bell, he's been running back a lot, so
he has.
It's a good finish for him. Blaney's been consistent top.
Yeah.
Josh Berry 4.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like the best for like 2 years.
It is. Yeah.
It's been a while since he's won, but good job. I mean, that's 2 in a row that Josh Berry has had a good finish.
It is.
Denny Hamlin up there, Chase Briscoe, Ross Chastain. He needs that bad.
He does.
I think he's sitting he is right outside the bubble, as they say.
Right, he is. He's right on the dotted line right now.
We'll look at that in just a second. Dinger, nice for him. He's also, isn't he outside too? I think he's outside.
He's outside looking in.
Byron, Dylan, Zilich.
Oh God,
he ain't gonna make the line, but but it's a nice finish for him.
Oh, it is.
Look at number 12 there.
Yeah.
Yes, let's say praise for. I sound like some good old boys real happy about that, Dave. I mean, come on. Got a little cheering going on?
Yeah, I see that. But right now, yeah.
Busher, Logano, he needs to be careful himself. But Chase,
yeah,
he'll make the cut.
Yeah, he will.
But he's not been finishing real good.
He hadn't.
What was the story on this?
Him and he just had a bad pit stop.
That's been something that's plagued him a little bit the last 2 years.
It has. He did let the car down too quick, and he tried to take off. They had to stop him and jack it back up again.
Oh, boy. Bubba has the same problems.
Yes.
Good grief.
Right.
Zane Smith, Gregson, Stenhouse, Nemechek.
John Hunter.
Middle of the pack guys, and that's what they're showing.
Ryan Priest.
That's, I'm disappointed. I thought they'd have a better year this year.
I do too.
Herbst, he should be having a better year.
Ronnie Herbst had a ride next year still.
And he may not have a ride.
May not.
Gilliland, that's a big disappointment for Suarez. Although he's in the hunt. He's good right now.
Yeah, he's good right now.
Todd Dillon, McDowell, that was a big drop for him. Austin Hill, Brad fell off. He's been having some pretty decent finishes.
Put him in a milk carton.
True. Milk carton. Cole Custer, Cindric. What about SVG?
Yeah, what happened to him?
Got a lap down. I'm not sure. That's a big fall off for him.
Yeah, it was.
But he's solidly in the hunt for the championship.
Hurricane Hocevar.
Cody Ware. Larson, another bad finish.
Yeah.
What's up with that Bowman?
Larson can't find a leg up right now.
And Bowman's done after 27, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very disappointed in Eric Jones. He I guess he wrecked or something.
Right.
He didn't have
Tyler Reddick.
And Reddick, another bad finish. By the way, Biscuit Boy's grandson, he goes by Buckshot on the show.
Oh, okay.
He is a Tyler Reddick and Bubba fan.
Well, I can see the Tyler Reddick. I can see that, but Bubba,
he likes Bubba, man. He said Reddick first, Bubba second.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. So we go to the stand-ins, and I was looking at this before you got in the studio, Dean, and honestly, I don't see. There may be one surprise, but honestly, I think that everybody that's in it right now deserves it. The rest do not.
Exactly.
And it has worked its way out right now for me. The only question will be there are some that's very near that line.
Right.
And they could be in trouble. But honestly, this was big for Ty. He moved up.
Right.
This kid could, circumstances go right, he could win it. But
he could.
I don't think he'll be the one, but
I don't know.
I'm still riding with Hamlin. I think Hamlin's very consistent. He's got the moxie and the championship know-how and all that.
I think Hamlin's got it right now.
But Blaney's my outsider. I think he's also got a guy that could push Hamlin.
I think Tyler might be on his way out.
Yeah, I just don't think Reddick's that team's lost consistency.
It has.
And Briscoe's been running good.
Yeah.
And Christopher Bell, they made some big moves this week, but honestly, I don't see Bell as the
I don't either.
As the guy that's going to be up in there contending. Chase could be, he's in there, but he's going to have to tighten it up as well.
Yes.
Osavar,
Busher, right.
Larson's falling like a rock right now.
Yes, he is.
Byron, and honestly, he's been coming up a little bit lately.
He has.
Suarez, he's faded a little bit. Logano's had some nice finishes. Bubba still in that cut.
But this is a even year, and Joey Logano does good in even years.
Yeah.
So don't count Joey out.
He's not winning it, Dean.
No, but he might be in the hunt for it.
He'll be in the hunt, but he's not winning it.
No, he ain't.
SVG's not going to win it either.
No. Austin Cindric ain't going to win it.
No. Now, and here's what I would say. If we look at those just outside of the line. So, there's the line. 16, you're in. 17, you're not. Priest. No. Chastain, I would say, has been a disappointment. I thought he'd do better this year, although he's climbed up.
Yes.
He could move up.
I doubt it.
And I doubt it too. And Eric Jones, I'm disappointed in him. I thought he was.
I do too.
He's faded a little bit, but he's still in the hunt.
The Dinger, I don't see him doing it.
None of these other guys.
No.
None of these other guys let me think that they're going to do anything to get in there.
No, they ain't.
Not a one of them. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, there ain't nobody on that list. When you get back up there, this differential is not that much.
No, it ain't. No.
So maybe from here up, and for these guys riding here, including Bubba, this is really what you're going to watch.
But you know that there ain't going to be no more elimination. There ain't going to be no more cutoffs. They're all still going to be in the hunt for it. But before long, you're going to start seeing some of the drivers not making it in the top 4, top 3.
Yeah.
So you might as well just, in your mind, to count them out.
Yeah, I think we're getting down to it.
You are.
And it's all working its way out. And the best, the big money teams are rising to the top. And so there we see Ty Gibbs at the Iowa Corn.
Yes.
350.
Right. Powered by ethanol.
I wonder why. All that corn.
Right.
Cookout 400 at Richmond. I like that. I like Richmond.
I do too.
I'm a fan. I don't like that USA on the thing.
And I like Cookout. Cookout's good food.
They are. I go there.
I do too.
What does Dean get at the Cookout?
The cheeseburger, the chili, and the fries.
So you get the big Bubba or whatever they call it?
Yes, yes.
So, see, you are a Bubba fan.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I like the burger. I like the chicken strips and
I do too.
Corn dogs and
I hadn't tried the corn dogs yet.
Corn dogs are good.
I hadn't tried that.
You can't hardly go wrong with a corn dog, man. Come on.
No, you can't.
So anyway, 7 p.m. not race.
Right.
If you got USA.
Yes.
Or HBO Max.
Right.
Or Sirius XM, which I have. I can listen to
it. True TV.
True TV?
Yes.
Yeah, I ain't watched nothing on True TV in forever.
No, True TV was with TNT. Sorry. USA, HBO Max,
and MRN,
and Sirius Radio.
Yeah. And I've got one of those.
Right. I got USA. I got Sirius. So.
Are you serious about having Sirius?
Yes. I like Sirius.
We can never be serious on the show.
No.
New Hampshire after that.
Yeah, the Dollar Tree 301.
The Dollar Tree 301. I wonder if on the track they're going to have boxes in the way like they do when you go to the stores. You have to go around the boxes. I'll get in trouble for that. But you know, they don't have a lot of help. So when you go in there, you have to go around. Sometimes you just pull your merch right out of the box.
That's right. You have to.
It ain't even made it to the shelf.
Yeah.
You know, and that store that I go in, you know what I'm talking about. It's lined with boxes and things everywhere.
You're right. Yes.
It's like dodgeball. You
Uh-huh.
got to dodge things going through there.
Yes.
And in the parking lot, you might have to dodge more.
You got that right. Oh man, what are you talking about?
That ain't no joke.
No.
We'll leave that alone.
But I know what you're talking about. Uh-huh.
And I know you're gonna like this one because it's Coke Zero.
Yes.
Sugar.
But it's back on NBC.
Yeah, the NBC.
You can watch that.
Well, what's got this, man? It goes Darlington, USA.
That's right.
Oh, that ain't no good. Look at this. All these USA.
That's right.
So the whole rest of the season, except for 25th, is USA. And,
yes.
Man, that is no good. I'm going to have to make a complaint.
USA has got the stick right now.
The stick?
Yeah.
What do you mean the stick?
Well, you know, if you get a stick, you could talk. So USA's got the stick.
So you got the talking stick? Is that what you're talking about? The talking stick?
Yes.
Well, I never heard it put like that.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I just don't like it, man. I'm going to complain about it because I don't like it.
Well, I like USA. I like NBC.
I'm not against them. I just don't have them. I'm going to have to figure this out.
You got to.
What in the world is going on? All right, we're going to be bringing you Dean's notes here in just a second. Before we do that, we're going to bring you a little bit of things about the podcast. First of all, this show is brought to you and Dean's notes by Wolf Nation Coffee. Let me tell you, it is most amazing. We're going to be amping up our game on this. You're going to see ads for this out there soon on other things. It is a great coffee. I've got 3 different blends in-house. I got the breakfast blend. I think I've got the cowboy blend. And actually I got 4. I got Barley Blue. And then I've got a bunch of the pods, the single-use cups, as they call them. Use that QR code. Shipping is included in the cost. So whatever you see on the screen, make sure you check the right size. You know, it says 12 pounds. It's going to be a lot more money. You want 12 ounce or a pound or two, but whatever. So follow that. That's our Shopify store, and you can get great coffee. It comes in quickly. I order all the time from myself, and I have tried all those blends that are listed. Cowboy blend, 6-bean blend. I think I might have some of that in too. Breakfast blend and the house blend. They're all good. The house blend is what I have the single-use cups in, and they are fantastic. Get you some Wolf Nation coffee today. And then also we have Mammoth Nation. I'm a lifetime member of Mammoth Nation. Use that QR code. It will take you there. When you can join, and you can join for those $5 a month, you'll be helping out the Wolf Nation Network. And also you're going to get some great deals from American companies making products right here in the good old USA. I have bought several things through the portal that you will be able to go through when you set up your account. And if you look for deals, you can become a lifetime member for as little as $250. That's not bad. It means you'll never cut another check or debit card or whatever. Mammoth Nation is America. It's a great company. Patriot Mobile. It is not Cornbread now. It is Cornbread Nation. So the promo code is Cornbread Nation. We changed that. They're resetting us a little bit. We wanted to fully change over to get the Wolf Nation imagery and all that. So, but it is Cornbread Nation, which is listed there, but the promo code is Cornbread Nation, not just Cornbread. I just ordered some in. Let me tell you, Buckshot is a big fan. Our Buckshot is Biscuit Boy's grandson. He loves it. He does the commercial himself. Use the promo code Southern Fried, you get 10% off. They do BOGO deals all the time. Buy one, get one free. If you don't know what that is. Amazing. Podbean. We've been on Podbean now for a long time. And it's $14 a month if you use that top one there for the personal. Use that SFP free along with the rest of that address. You'll get your first month free. You could be podcasting within 5 minutes, and you could do that through your phone. Podbean is truly amazing. Also, if you could also support us through our buy a coffee, they call it. We upload a lot of our MP3s here, but it's another way that you can also become a supporter. Use that QR code, and you can do that for as little as $3 a month. And we have some that take advantage of that and support us, and we appreciate it. Payworld, if you have a small company and looking to take care of the business so you don't have to take care of certain things, those pesky items, they will help you. Use Cornbread, your promo code, Payworld. They'll take care of subscriptions, recurring payments, all that stuff, so you don't have to do it. And we'll be right back for Dean's Notes right after these other couple of commercial messages about programs on the show.
Good evening. This is your host standing by our nation's heart. We are launching Patriot Nation News, your trusted source for daily updates. Join us every weekday, 9 p.m. Eastern, only on PNN News.
Let's kick this day off right, Wolf Nation. It's time to wake up, show up. First you pray up, then you coffee up. Grab your Wolf Nation coffee and tune into the Cornbread Man Morning Show at 6 a.m. EST. Don't you dare miss it.
You're not going to want to miss what we're cooking up this month. Make sure you tune in every single Saturday morning, live right here from Wolf Nation Studio. Keep your eyes peeled for the Cornbread Man and Biscuit Boy. They're bringing the heat every week.
We must find Biscuit Boy before the Lake Winnie local law enforcement officers do. I know you guys can smell his cigar. Let's go!
Stay low. Don't make a sound. He's getting closer. Are you kidding me? Right now?
I hear someone up there! Come out with your hands up!
We got nothing to tell you.
Where's Biscuit Boy?
Where y'all headed tonight? None of your business. We're pulling cars over to check for Biscuit Boy.
Do you see him?
What you have to say about this?
The wolf knows.
Wolf Nation Coffee. Right on!
All right, Dean's Notes, and here he is himself, Sir Chaser. Take it away.
Back in the studio now. Here's an Iowa Speedway, Newton, Iowa. Rusty Wallace Drive. It's 0.88 miles, 45 miles per hour caution, asphalt track. It was the cost to build it was $70 million. Built 2006, D-shaped. Owner NASCAR, 2013 to present. Clemont family, July 2011 to 2013 November. U.S. Motorsports Entertainment, September 2006 to July 2011. Turns 14 degrees and 14 degrees. Front stretch 4 degrees. NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series High V Perks 250. 250 laps, 218 miles. Just Ryan Sieg got the pole in stage 1. It was on CW, 5 o'clock. Justin Allgaier won stage 2. Carson Kroppel won that race. Back-to-back winner for Carson Kroppel.
I like him.
I do too. NASCAR Cup Series. Iowa Corn 350, powered by ethanol. 350 laps, 306 miles. Ryan Blaney got the pole in stage 1. Christopher Bell won stage 2. Ty Gibbs, second race for the year, won that race. It was on USA 330. IndyCar NTT Series. It was at Portland International Raceway. Only Bulls Grand Prix of Portland. 4 p.m. on Fox. 110 laps, 1.967 miles. Alex Palou won that race. Felix Rosenqvist got the pole. The Grand Prix of Portland at Portland International Raceway. Alexandro Torio got the pole and won that race. 335 laps, 1.967 miles. It was on Sunday on FS1. ARCA Menard Series, 6 p.m. FS1. 150 laps, 1.131 miles. Got the pole. That was the ARCA series. So there's side notes here. Jeff Gordon will race in an IROC event at Washington, D.C. Freedom 250 weekend on August 22nd. Dean Thompson joins Haas Factory Team in NASCAR O'Reilly Series in 2027 in third car from Sam Hunt Racing. And that's Dean's notes from Iowa.
Dean's notes from Iowa. Thank you, Dean. We're going to play music just for a second while I give my sister a hug who just got in to town. And then we'll be right back. And we'll have our guest coming up in just a minute. So give us just a second and we'll be right back.
souls, tearing through the endless cold. Twisting metal, thunder growls, screams of tires, dirt that scowls. Crank it loud, boys, let it blast. Roads of fury racing fast. Southern Pride racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Every lap a rebel's dream. Gasoline, hearts, and the scream. Dave and Dean crown the track. Each corner fight, ain't turning back. Crank it loud, boys, let it blast.
Yeah.
All right. Thank y'all for indulging me. How cool is that, though? Wow. You know, patriotism and all that. Got the folded flag. We'll have to get it its own case. But my sister lives in Nevada. I have to say that right. All them people from Nevada get mad at me. I always say, for here in the South, we say Nevada.
Right. Yes.
But she says, don't say that. I think she got in trouble. But, you know, they're very patriotic, like most Americans are.
Should be.
There's some nuts out there, and I'll say it. I don't care.
I do too.
They're nuts.
Right. They are.
You know what? I got attacked. Or I don't know if I would say attacked. I posted something about being, I was raised patriotic, to love my country, even though it has mistakes, you know, be patriotic. And so somebody said I was just running blindly into, you know, like worshiping a country like a god or something. I'm like, come on, man, get off of it.
Right.
Nothing wrong with loving your country.
No thing.
I love family members, but all of them hadn't done right. They
That's
love
right.
me, but I ain't always done right. So
Right.
get off of it. Anyway, how cool is this?
Oh.
Was flew over a veteran cemetery, and my sister brought that into me. And,
That's nice.
they auction things off to raise funds, and this is the Northern Nevada Veterans Memorial Cemetery in Fernley, Nevada. God bless all those soldiers who
yes.
gave service. And we have Marine in the house.
Yeah. Right. Security.
The security, absolutely. This is for the 250th America. Got all the different. I love it. It's got all the, you know, got all the services up there.
Right.
You know, from Marines included, obviously. So
Right.
you can look at that Marine if you would so like. And she just brought that in. She just got in from Nevada last night late. Flight got delayed because of bad weather. They had to go around it. But anyway, my sister, and we'll try to get her on the air while she's here. But
yeah.
we do have our link out for our guests. And when they get here, we'll work on getting them in, and hopefully all the sound will work great for them. And we don't have to like, hopefully, because we usually stop and then start again. We're going to just try to go on the fly. So.
Okay.
Good notes. You know, try to give some updates to those things when we talk about NASCAR and all the other, you know, from the O'Reilly series, the truck series. I love all that. What'd you think about Gordon going to race in the ARCA?
I'm excited about that.
He's over the hill, man. Come on.
No, hey, he's my age. No, don't say that.
I think what I would say right now is exactly why would you need to be in the ARCA series right now?
I would like to be in it.
Well, exactly, but you know, which I know you're not a 7-time champion. Well, you are a champion, just not a 7-time champion.
Right, yeah.
You're probably a 6-time champion of the Crystal Morning, consumption. Crystals in the morning.
I could do that, yeah.
Or maybe moon pies, from right here in Chattanooga. You like moon pies?
No.
Oh, well, just smack Chattanooga history there.
I like RC Cola.
Well, I do like RC Cola.
Yes. I like Coke. That's still Chattanooga.
You like Coke Zero. It is Chattanooga, though.
Yes.
But come on, man. I mean, I get it. Hey, listen, I don't care if the guy wants to look, the Rolling Stones just released an album.
Yeah.
I guess they're touring. I don't care. They're all in their late 70s, early 80s, or late. I don't care. I don't care if George Gordon wants to do it. But honestly, for him, it's great. For everybody else, the question would be, it's a selling point. It's marketing.
It is.
And somebody gets to race against Gordon, when he's not in his prime.
Right.
And I'd say he's still a heck of a driver.
Oh, he is.
But I just wonder about that. Like, why now? I mean, Jimmy Johnson still gets out there. So,
yeah.
I get it
But Jimmy Johnson still races, but he can't win like he used to.
Well, no, I mean, that's what I'm saying, you know. I always think, you know, that maybe they're taking the spot of somebody else that, you know, don't be, somebody's not going to get on the track.
No.
Because Jeff Gordon's there. And this is not a Jeff Gordon shot. I'm not, I was never against Jeff Gordon.
I wasn't against him, but I wasn't for him either way either.
Dean, I mean, that's like Switzerland. You just played middle of the road.
Right.
I wasn't against him, but I wasn't for him all the way.
Right.
So did you cheer for him when he won, or you just sit there and went, Gordon won?
That's what I did. Well, Gordon won. Okay.
You're not going to cheer for him like you would Chase.
No.
Okay.
Or Casey Kane.
Or Casey Kane and Bubba Wallace.
No. Bubba's doing better. I'm not going to say, you know, all I can say, he's doing better.
He is doing better. What about Ty Gibbs' comments today? I don't know if you saw these comments that he said if you took the camera away from the inside, that the rear camera that's in the car now, that half the drivers in the field would not finish as good as they do because it would rely more on racing and skill and spotter. And what he says is it allows people to block. They can anticipate better. What's your thoughts on that? I mean, that's what Todd Gibbs said. He said that there would be a number of quite a few drivers that would not be as high in the points right now if they took that away, which they added in 2022, I think he said.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I read it and I read it again. I got to do more research on that before I make a comment. I got to do more research in my little notebook.
What? You can't make a comment on it now? I mean, what?
I don't want to sound ignorant. That's what I'm trying to say.
Too late.
Yeah.
Too late.
Yeah.
We do that commonly here on the Wolf Nation Network and the SFP Racing Hour. I'm just saying. I mean,
I want to say I agree. I agree with him.
This is all I wanted you to say, or even your thoughts.
I agree.
Do you think that it helps some drivers to anticipate the block better because they have it?
Yes.
And that's what he's saying.
I agree. I agree with that.
So
yes.
He said, I'm not trying to blast anybody or whatever he said.
I agree.
He's just saying that it would come down to more of a feel thing.
It would.
Instead of an eyeball thing.
It would.
But I don't think they're going to take it away.
No, but I agree with him. I agree.
Okay, there you go.
If it wasn't for the camera, then it wouldn't be a exciting race, I'll say.
I wasn't asking you to, give your like this expert color commentary.
No.
I just think that he probably has a point.
I agree.
I also think he's going to get blasted by somebody for saying it.
Oh, yeah. But I agree with him. I agree.
And because that's just the way our brains work as humans, I immediately thought, who's he talking about? I mean, who is he talking about? Like who in the top?
Bale could be.
I just wondered, who is he saying would slide back if they didn't have the camera?
Bale, Bubba, might be Larson.
Could be. I'm thinking he's been blocked by these guys.
Yes.
What he's basically saying is I would be higher up in the points even more.
He would be. If
it wasn't for people having that advantage.
Right. Yes.
Or not advantage, but he says it covers up. I guess he would. I don't know that he said it this way. I took it he's saying it covers up their ability a little bit.
I agree because it wouldn't be as many blocking as they are now.
Because he said, you don't have to, because you can look right at your. Listen, I've never raced, so I'm going to sound. People would challenge me. Well, you've never raced. I've never raced.
Right, I either.
But I can also know that if you're looking straight ahead, and you're just having to look down at the camera instead of having to look up and get the mirror, or I don't know if they have mirrors. Do they have mirrors?
Yes.
Okay, the mirror.
Well, some cars have got mirrors in them, a rear view mirror. Some's got the rear view monitor. Some don't want the mirrors in them. Some wants like a TV camera right there.
Yeah.
So both ways.
Okay. Instant Native says, I remember in Days of Thunder when Goose died in that flat spin caused by Rowdy Burns.
Goose died in Days of Thunder.
Yeah.
NC native.
Yeah, that's what he said in Days of Thunder. But Goose.
No, Goose was in Top Gun. Thanks, NC native. My mind just it was open mouth, insert foot.
See, there was no chance of you having to worry about the whole ignorant thing.
Right. Yeah.
Just keep talking for both of us and it'll come flying out.
Yeah.
But I like how you did that.
I do too. Yeah.
You're always top notch, my friend.
Oh yeah. Thanks, NC native.
But technically, listen, when I was watching the Indianapolis 500, you know, for the but Maverick won the race.
No.
Maverick would be a cool NASCAR name.
Yes, it would.
I was thinking about when I was watching the Indy cars, and they have all of that information right there on their little screen out in the middle of the steering wheel.
Yeah.
I don't know how you even pay attention to all that running 200 plus, 225 miles an hour.
You can't.
But they're able to manipulate that and see different things.
Right.
But wouldn't that also give the driver some information they didn't have before? And
Yes.
maybe that makes it easier for them to make decisions.
Yes, it would.
I mean, that also could be said. That is a benefit for
It
that
is.
driver to have
is.
that telemetry, and whatever it's saying to them, gas supply, whatever that shows up on that thing, it's giving them information that
It is.
in the moment that's not having to be relayed over the radio.
Right. I agree.
So it's kind of the same thing.
Kind of.
I mean, at some point, are we just going to become like a video game?
Technically, that's what it's becoming right now.
Oh, but I don't know why that he said that. Well, yeah, the review mirror probably bounced around too much, so to see anyway. Truth.
True.
I mean, I could see that. I didn't even know they had. I didn't know they had the camera for that in the car.
Yes.
Somehow I
Yes.
missed that.
Yes.
I didn't know that they could see that.
Yeah.
So I wonder what Dale Earnhardt would have thought about that.
I think
Whether having the camera or not having it.
I think he would agree with it.
Having it?
Not having it.
Yeah, I think would be more along the lines of Ty Gibbs. He probably would refuse to have it.
I think he would.
I don't think he cared, you know. He didn't like, you know, I don't remember. I don't think he was a guy that liked to
He wasn't a camera hog, I'll say.
no, and I'll say this. I think that I think he was also a guy that didn't like to talk too much.
He didn't.
He wanted you to leave him alone. you
Right.
know.
He wanted to show his business on the track.
Let me let our friend know that I sent that real quick. But I wondered about that.
I have too. I read it and I read stuff 2-3 times before it can sink into my head. Yeah. Oh, I got one here for you.
All right.
Davey Addison won the first race at remodeled Richmond International Raceway in 1988.
Okay.
I found it out today.
Nice. Well, let's try to do, we got Cookout. Was it Cookout that's coming next? Was that the one or the other one?
The cookout is this Sunday.
Yeah.
This Saturday.
Richmond.
Right. This
Yeah,
Saturday
then we
night.
got the Dollar Tree.
Yes.
So let's do picks real quick while we're waiting on our guest to come in. And we'll get him whenever he gets here. If it's right at the top of the hour,
Okay.
a little after, doesn't matter. But Dean will record these. NC says he likes the flatness of Richmond and Martinsville. I got you.
I like Martinsville.
Yeah, I like both of those, and our guest is fixing to come in. So let's do our let's do our picks on Richmond, and before we get our guest up. So it's getting down to it. There's only a handful of races
Right.
left.
There's 3 more races in the regular season.
So there's some people really need to get this.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I'm not picking Larson in any of this week. I'm just not. He's disappointed
It
me a
is.
little bit. I just don't think he's where I think he should be. Although he's firmly in it, it could win it. I'm just a little bit disappointed in him right now.
He ain't gonna win it this year.
And I'm not picking Reddick either. So no. But I will go Blaney for the win.
Okay.
And I'm going to put Hamlin second, and you know what? I'm gonna ride with the kid, Ty Gibbs, third, and then I'm gonna go dark horse Hocevar for Richmond. That's my picks.
Okay, I gotta say Chase Elliott first.
Come on, man.
Yes.
That's a heart pick, man. Come on.
Okay, yeah.
But I get it. It's okay.
Larson second.
Boy, you're bombing out this week, Dean. Come on.
Baylor third. Dark horse, Bubba.
My gosh. I can't even believe that. Like, I can't even believe you picked Bubba.
Dark horse.
And I can't even believe you picked those other guys. Any of those could have been dark horses for this race.
Right. But
because I don't think they're, man, they're like in a funk or something. I'm not sure. I just never would have thought you'd have picked those together.
That's off from my head.
Well, that's a scary place to be.
Yeah.
My gosh. Well, and NC says, win my heart.
Oh.
But I was, I was. There's always got to be that person in the crowd that says that. NC native at 5 is always one of those that says stuff like that.
Okay,
so.
Ken has got Larson, Chase, Bale, Dark Horse, Blaney.
I'll agree with this dark horse. You guys are going down in flames this week. I'm telling you. You can text me on the day of the race. I'm telling you, going down in flames. Too much. Larson, come on. I like him. I love the guy. He's a champion, but he's just not racing great right now. He's just not. Blaney is, Hamlin is, Ty Gibbs is, maybe one other. Chase, he's not even. He's on the backside of all this.
But he's still in the top 6.
Yeah, but he's not been racing. He's not been racing good. That's a heart pick, man. Come on.
I'm gonna stay with my picks.
And see, I think Jessica Chastain.
Oh.
All right. Well, that's the first part of our show, the SFP Racing Hour. Thank you for giving me a short break so I could say hey to my sister just got into town. And we have special guests. We're going to try to get them up on the stage and see if we can hear them. Can you hear us, Richard?
Yes, I can hear you guys loud and clear. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes,
we are
yes.
so
Awesome.
glad to have you on the show.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys having me on. It's an honor.
Well, it's an honor for us.
Right. Thank you.
We do a lot of interviews on here, and we appreciate those that give us the time. And it's your story. We want you to know that we're not here to try to shape it or manipulate it. We don't have any hard questions. Anything we ask is just as fans,
Right. Yeah.
about what you do, and you're free to run any rabbit trails you want telling your story, because it don't have to be about racing.
No,
hey,
no.
listen, I'm a preacher, so I run trails all the time.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
Richard, what area of the country are you calling us from?
Northwest Indiana, Cherville specifically. We're about 30-40 minute drive outside of Chicago.
Whoa.
Awesome, Indo. I was born in Rockford, believe it or not. All my Southern friends just went, "Oh, he's a Yankee."
Yep.
I see that now.
I was. My mom was pregnant with me when we moved north, but I was born in Rockford. I lived over in Gary, Indiana, for a little bit. I don't remember none of that. I was just a little boy.
Okay. I was gonna ask if you'd gone to Rockford Speedway. Rockford Speedway actually closed just a few years ago.
No, my dad he liked NASCAR, but he never took me to a track.
Okay.
But that's good information, though. That's something I didn't know.
Yeah.
I had planned to take a trip back. Still want to do it. My wife passed away about 14 weeks ago. And
I'm sorry to hear that.
We just never made it back. But she was interested in going. But I still want to make that journey. I've been to Peoria since I spoke at a church up in Peoria, but I didn't have time to make the 2 hours or so drive, whatever it is, over to Rockford.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
thanks for being with us. So,
yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
so tell us a little bit about yourself and racing and whatever you want to share, and we'll kind of dive in from there.
Okay. I'm a married dad of 4 kids. The oldest is 18, going to be starting at college here at DePaul. The youngest is 8. 3 boys, 1 girl. And just keeping me busy between them and work, and then trying to carve out some time here to race. We run what's called a super cup or a mini cup. Think of like a Bandolero in terms of size. It's a half scale stock car, full tube chassis, front and rear suspension, front rear brakes. For power, we run a Honda, a GX390. So we make about 15, 16 horsepower. And some of our larger tracks that we run at, we can get up to about 65 miles an hour.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Okay,
So
cool.
I've been doing that 3 years, starting 3 years ago. First year out, I was able to snag Rookie of the Year. And then last year was able to snag a couple heat wins. And this year got my first, got a few more heat wins, got my first feature win. And I'm also excited because my one son who turned 9, he became eligible to run in what's called the Midwest Super Cups. It's a group organized just for kids, kind of give them a safe place to learn and race together. So it's the identical car for the most part, identical power plant, just more set up for him. And he's had a bunch of top 5 finishes this year, and he's learning and picking up really quick. And if all goes well, we'll actually be able to race against each other next year.
Great.
So it's been a lot of fun.
I love the fact that they've got the kids thing. That's
Right.
Oh
that's
yeah,
a big deal.
yeah. Eric runs a group. He runs a great group. The people we race with are awesome. There's been a couple times where we've needed some parts or something happened on the track, and we needed some help getting the car back out, and everybody was willing to step in and help out with whatever parts we needed, or been able to give us their time holding on to a part or helping out labor. And I've really been appreciative of the community, I would say, of the fellow racers, even though we're competitors on the track and our kids are competing out there, depending on what class we're in. They really come through, and it's been awesome to work with everybody.
Great.
So what caused you to want to get into that? Did you have a love for racing as a child? What kind of led you to go ahead and make the leap and get involved like that?
Yeah, it definitely grown up. My dad had a big part of that, and my grandfather. I'm actually the fourth, fifth / generation of racers. My dad, my grandfather, their parents, all raced growing up. And now my sons are picking up on it. But I have very fond memories growing up, watching NASCAR with my dad and my grandfather. My dad was a big Earnhardt fan, like most people were, and just enjoyed watching that and learning about it. And he also raced at a local track called Raceway Park, did enduros. And then as I got a little bit older, he stopped and kind of went into the classic car show. He felt it was a little more financially responsible as a father of 3. And so kind of racing took a back seat for him. And I grew up around cars. My first car, my dad and I restored together. I still have it today. It was a wrecked 64 Impala that we put back together in the garage. And like I said, I still have it. I had got my driver's license in the car. I have awesome memories of my dad and I restoring it together. I had to get a job at 13 years old to pay for everything. So it wasn't like it was a gift. I had to be out there working on it if anything was getting done. And then when I got into my 20s, I kind of got that bug to get back into racing, and had some conversations with my dad about which way to go, because we had a local track called Ileana Speedway, which I currently live about 5 minutes from, but it's now closed. But at the time, they were still open, and talked about either getting back into circle track or doing something different like autocross or drag racing. And my dad kind of discouraged the circle track stuff. He felt it was too expensive and more of a time commitment. If something happened on Friday night, you only had a week to get back out there with drag racing, and kind of a little more little more leeway of when you wanted to go out if you wanted to compete. So, picked up a '86 Camaro, needed everything, and had to put together a little nice drag and drive Camaro, and traveled all over with that. Went to Wisconsin with it, went to Michigan, went down to Mississippi, to Georgia, and
Wow.
kind of traveled all over racing in my 20s. More grudge racing than anything else. Made a little money, had a lot of fun, and after that, life got busy. Bought a house, and at that point, drag racing kind of took a back seat. Started a family, and it was one of those deals where I kind of had the bug to get back out, and was looking at what it would cost to be competitive in drag racing, and decided that circle track might be a better option, and found like the local tracks, whether I wanted to go dirt track or circle track, dirt or asphalt, and saw what classes were out there, and was able to talk to my dad, and he was able to lend me some garage space, and what he had available fit a Super Cup, and that's kind of where it went. I found one online on Facebook Marketplace, and it was definitely a project. Brought it home, and over winter got everything fixed up, turned around, and then that's it. And then that brings us to today. So
That's awesome.
Great.
Where did
yeah,
you
I'm
race
very.
that in Georgia. Because
Very-
we're
what was
Georgia,
that?
that's why we're curious.
We went down to Eatonton.
Eatonton.
Yeah. So it's a little small little drag strip, 8th Mile drag strip at Eatonton. Mandrell would run events down there. Had a blast, man. The people down there were awesome. Tons of hospitality, even though we were trying to take money from each other on the drag strip. But we had a really good time, and like I said, very, very fun memories of all of that.
I want to talk about that in just a second. I was just thinking as you were talking about being an Earnhardt fan, and I guess it goes without saying. I get as I was thinking about iconic sports figures across all of sports, and certainly your Michael Jordans or whoever.
Sure.
I really don't know that there's anybody though that touches the power that Earnhardt had in his sport.
Right.
Either you liked him or you couldn't stand him, but everybody respected him.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
his loss reverberated more than I think any other sport.
Very,
it cost
very
him more
true.
than any other sport with the other player. I don't know of another sport that has that kind of one person has that kind of power or had it to affect a sport and its fans so much as Earnhardt. That's my belief.
Mine too.
Yeah, for multiple generations, for my grandfather, my dad, and myself, that's 3 generations that all have very, very strong feelings or strong ties to a driver that we would root for. I remember, man, a couple of the Daytona 500s where Earnhardt was up front. I remember the one, I don't remember the year, but he ended up getting a flat tire on the backstretch, and I remember my dad just being so upset and yelling and just so passionate about, rooting for his driver.
Yeah, and
That's right.
And the loss, the economic marketing, all that, the T-shirt sales, whatever. I know that Junior had a big following, and people still buy Earnhart stuff. I know, but the drop off is there. It's like it's like when you had Earnhardt and after, and the after.
That's right.
It's still very big sport, but nothing like when they had him. It's amazing.
Yeah,
I don't even know that I really realized it at that time. When he died, I realized just how much it affected the sport. I think that took a while for me to figure that out.
It did me too.
Yeah, I certainly didn't realize it at the time. I still remember where I was, and after we all found out that he had passed, and it was kind of one of those, for me, it sounds silly, but it was one of those marked moments in my life that I don't think I'll ever forget. Just how you could be rooting for him and cheering for him. They were going to have an awesome 1, 2, 3 finish the way they were going to have a finish, and how storybook that was.
Oh, yes.
And then just the huge tragedy to have lost him shortly afterward.
Yeah, I was leaving a Georgia game. That's about a 3-hour journey from stadium to where I live, and we heard there was a wreck, but we didn't think nothing like that because we're going by radio, and it was radio silence for a while. And yes, NC Native, I think you're right. I think he had another championship in him.
He did.
I think so too.
I would agree with that. Anyway, I just was thinking about that and the impact of that. And, NASCAR struggling with an identity. I think they're getting a lot of characters. And, I don't think anybody will ever get to that level again.
No.
But they do have, I think, getting some, they started getting cookie cutter, I think. But
Oh
now
yeah,
they've got some characters like Hocevar and some others.
yeah,
Zilich maybe in the future. Who knows?
Yes.
I think they're going to start developing that. Ty Gibbs certainly,
yes.
but I think they've got some people they can work with. It was too soon for some of the guys, even though they did great.
It was.
After raced with Dale, but after he died, I mean, people just sold their stuff. I mean, I knew people that sold everything they had,
Right.
and said, "I'm done. I'm just not even." They didn't even keep the stuff. It was like they were so hurt. They said, "I can't have it around. It hurts too much." Amazing.
Yeah, I think you're right. Some of the drivers, I think we're getting back to a point where we can appreciate some of the vibrancy and the passion that some of these drivers have, where they're not so, like you said, cookie cutter, and you may love them, you may hate them, but you know what, they add something to the sport, and I think that's something we definitely need.
When Dale died, the sport lost so many fans, and it's never come back.
No,
Yeah,
no, not even close. I mean, you always do well at Daytona, the 500 or something like that, but it is affected. But I will say, since we've been doing this show, we loosely kind of keep up with the attendance, and most tracks are doing pretty well. There's been a couple that was pretty bare, but I think they've gotten at least some people in the seats, and corporate, they're having to switch the cars around. And that's another big change. I mean, Dale had the same color scheme on his car for years.
Oh yeah,
they throw a little decal, or they do it a special every now and again just for patriotism or something. Nowadays, the car changes week to week. Sometimes I don't know what to look for.
Right.
They're trying to get sponsorship money.
That's true. That's one of the things I appreciate about local short track racing, and even our sport. Like, I've basically run the same scheme for the last 3 years. My son picked his own scheme out, his own colors, designed it himself. And honestly, it's been a huge hit with the fans, and I can see him just running with it. We've got some of the local guys that we root for at the track, and I appreciate that. Every week I know who to look for. I know what to look for. They stand out, and I'm not sitting there guessing, well, what do they look like this week? What paint scheme they're running this time? And oh wait, they were blue last week and now they're red this week. And it's, I kind of miss that iconicness that they had, where you always knew it was the black number 3, or with the Gordon and the Rainbow 24. They stood out, and you could pick them out.
What are your car numbers? I know me and Dean like to ask that, and why the number that you have?
So I have a photo of my dad holding me and my sister. I was 5 years old, and he's holding us up at Raceway Park next to his car, holding a checkered flag. I believe it was, I don't know if he won the race or not. I haven't really been able to get that answer out of him, or if somebody was just walking around with a checkered flag in hand him. But in the photo, his car number was 54. Cool. So when I decided I want to come back to circle track racing, that was the number I picked as an honor to my dad. And even today, like, he takes days off of work so he can be my crew chief when I'm at the track. And, he's my spotter for me. So I'm 41. I'll be 42 in a month. And I still got my dad out there, rooting me on, and he's in my ear while I'm on the track, and he's having a blast. I've even gotten him in the car a couple times and made some laps, and, kind of get a little nostalgic feeling for him. But yeah, the number was really just it was kind of an honor to my dad and all the influence he's had on me. And I kind of thought that would be a little bit of a give back to him. And then my son, he picked number 64 because he wanted to be a little bit better than me. And then my youngest son, when he gets a little bit older, I think he wants to get a Super Cup as well. My wife and him were talking, and she said, in a couple of years, when you get eligible to run, your dad will probably, get into a bigger car, and then you can take over his car. And my son's like, nope. He goes, if dad's not racing, I don't want to race. I want to race against my dad. I want to beat him.
Oh,
so
cool.
I think he's going to probably pick something like 74 because he wants to be better than both of us. So we'll have some fun.
Oh,
that is so cool.
Yes.
Which brings me back to the question I had before, Dale, and I appreciate you letting me walk that a little bit. But just because of your your appreciation for Dale, I thought was okay. But the family atmosphere of racing, we talk about this with a lot of drivers, and from your area, we like to ask drivers if that is true at the tracks you go to. Generally, I mean, they race hard. I get it. Sometimes even they get little fisticuffs, but that family atmosphere of the racetrack. Talk about that a little bit. What you see as a family that races.
As I mentioned a little bit earlier, they really are a great group. Like with my son racing with Midwest, some of the competitors in Midwest are also the same competitors that I race against in the regular Grundy Super Cup series. And a couple of them I also race with an American, which that series travels through Wisconsin and northern Illinois. But just a really, really good group of people. You know, like I said, you know, we're competitors on the track, but you know, I race against the one gentleman's daughter, and we've gone back and forth. She's beaten me, I've beaten her on the track. We always race each other clean, you know. But we'll get back into the pits and we'll joke about, you know, the mom's joked about stealing my steering wheel and locking it up so I can't get out there, and you know, and we just joke back and forth, and it's a good relationship to have where it creates a very positive environment, and the kids get to see that. And then, you know, for instance, when my son had a little bit of a issue, the last race we were at, we had a double feature, and he bent up the rear axle, and they were the ones that said, "Hey, we got an axle hanging in the trailer, ready to go. You're more than welcome to drop it in and run with it." And you know, I mean, you can't. It's hard to find people that are so willing to help out, and I can't speak any more highly of them. And turns out my son, you know, beat their daughter both races, or with the first race he ended up spinning on the second race and finished just behind her. But you know, they made a joke about, hey, we need that axle back. You know, you're not allowed to borrow parts and beat us on the track. So you know, and the thing too is I really try and press again with my son while we're out there in the pits and say, hey, if you see somebody that needs help, ask them. You know, they may need it, they may not, but walk over and say, hey man, can I give you a hand with something? And I really try and instill that on them, that, you know, again, while we are competing on the track and we're trying to make sure that we do the best we can, when it comes to being in the pits, we're all family.
Right.
And, you know, and I want him to grow into that, where, you know, there might be some on track, you know, little bumping, little grinding here and there, but, you know, I want the cooler heads to prevail. When we get back to the pits, we let that stuff go, and, you know, we get out of the car, we take a deep breath, and we move on. And, you know, we don't let that stuff hold us down. And like I said, for me, it's really, really important that they see, especially in the kids series, that they see the adults getting along, because we end up being the example for these kids. And, you know, I will say, you know, while that is awesome in the kids series, the adult series in American, at that point you kind of have adults going against adults, and, you know, bigger people, bigger problems. You know, you know, you might see somebody kind of having a look on their face when they walk over to visit their friend in the next pit stall over, and, you know, we just kind of check on each other and say, hey, you know, or, you know, we say, hey, you know what, you've said your piece and it's time to walk away.
It takes us a little longer to get over those things. And
a little bit, you know, as much as we try and be a good example for the kids, sometimes, you know, as adults, you know, we feel a little, we can get a little passionate ourselves. So sometimes it's good to remind our fellow racers, hey, you know, you made your point. Let's get back and regroup. So but it's
lovely. I mean, it goes beyond racing. It goes into you know, your job, or how your neighbors, or whatever it is, you know, learning to disagree, but not destroy your relationships. You know, I mean,
sometimes
we're going to disagree. And sometimes we're passionate about that disagreement.
That's right.
But at some point you have to let it go and just move on.
Yep. And honestly, and focus back on your program in your car. And, you know, you always hear, you know, oh, the guy winning, he's always cheating and this and that. And I've always had to remind myself, it's like, whether he is or isn't, I got to focus on my own program. That's right. You know, and I want my son, I want all my kids to learn that too. You know, to not worry about the other guys so much. You know, you don't know what they're doing, you don't know what they got going on. You know, but you know what you have to do. You know what you need to work on. That should be your focus, not what somebody else is doing. You got your own plate.
I love it.
That's right.
I see everything gets escalated that's bad. Sometimes we see the bad people behaving badly in America, but when we talk to people like you, then we see we're just fine. We're okay. There's enough of us that get it and understand it. we're going to get through all this stuff. We've got some people that don't understand that, but we have so many in this country that do understand it,
Right.
and are raising their kids to see that, and they'll pass that on, you know, generation after generation, which is a fantastic thing.
Right.
What about sponsors? I know we like to ask, do you have sponsors that you would like to mention that are on the car?
Yeah, I definitely like to mention. We have one right now. Obviously, I'll be working on more. Just busy this season. Kind of want to get more of an established racing history, so we can kind of come to the companies a local. But the big one right now is Damage Auto Works. They're located in Lansing, Illinois. They've been around for over 25 years. Great group of people. They do amazing work. They were willing to step up and help us out. Again, awesome people. Will there, the owner, awesome dude. So they were willing to step up, and I'm hoping they'll sign back up with us next year. It's been an honor to have them with us on the car, and they've got a car show coming up that they sponsor. So one of the things we do, and what I try to do, is we try to bring the cars around to a lot of the local events that we have, whether they be community events or local touch a truck events or cars and coffees. So what we'll do is, if my son's with me, I'll bring his car. That way he gets to talk about and kind of show it off, and he gets to have something he's proud of. And if he's not with me, then I'll bring mine. But we bring the car, and I invite the community, anybody there, kids, and even some adults. You want to hop in it, and it seems to be a real big hit. The kids really seem to enjoy it, to hop in a race car. Some of them don't realize that these are cars that actually get raced. They kind of think it's just a golf cart with a body on it or something to play around with in the backyard. And what I try to do is bring a laptop and have like a Dim It on YouTube. He does an amazing job. He's always at Grundy, and he records all of the races at Grundy County Speedway. Phenomenal job, phenomenal film work, and he's awesome, timely, gets them uploaded. And what I'll do is I'll put a playlist together of the Super Cup races at that track, and I'll put it on a loop. And, while they're waiting in line or they're looking at the car, they can see on the screen, like, oh, look, that's that car actually making laps on that track. And it kind of, links those two together. And, I get to talk about the sport. I get to talk about Midwest or Grundy or American, and kind of promote those three series, and drum up some support and drum up some interest. And, Eric with Midwest is doing a great job getting kids into the sport, which is something we desperately need.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
My youngest runs what they call Juice Box, which it seems to have really gotten popular across the whole country, and especially the South. They do little radio flyer electric carts that go about 10 miles an hour. And they call it Juice Box Racing. So for Tommy, we take him to the local track, dirt go-kart track called Woody Raceway. They let Juice Box run, and then Grundy, Sharon Racing for Kids. She put together, they had about, I think, 12 kids at this last time, and they brought them out right after the national anthem. They had them under the lights in front of the whole crowd in front of the track. So they got to kind of feel like what it's like to be some of the big guy racers.
Wow.
And my son had a blast. He ended up winning they did 2 heats in a feature. He won the second heat, and I think he came in third in the feature, and really, really proud of him. Even at 8 years old, to be out there doing the juice box, and my other son doing a Super Cup. So, but yeah, like I said, we try to bring the event stuff around.
8 years old, man. I can't even, man. I was watching cartoons.
I would too.
Playing in the grass or something at 8 years old. I mean, that's amazing to me. To have that set already and learning those skills. That's amazing.
It is.
Yeah. So like I said, it's really, really trying to promote the kid, for the kids, and get the kids into racing. And, Super Cups are an awesome opportunity for them to get in and learn and drive. They're not that expensive. Usually most Super Cups you can find in the $5,000 range, pretty much turnkey. So not crazy expensive to get into. Maintenance is pretty low. A set of tires will last you a full season. We use like a gallon of gas a night on a race night, and you just run 87 octane. So just really overall low cost, easy entry. And, like I said, at Grundy, we're doing about 60 to 65 miles an hour. So when you're an inch and a half off the ground, you definitely feel it, so but it's good for the kids too. It's a good segue. You know, some of the kids, you know, we got a couple 12, 14, 15, 16-year old. Some of the kids, I call them kids, they're 16, 17-year old now, that I started racing with in Super Cup. They're now running a mid-am or, you know, a street stock. So they're progressing. The cool thing about the Super Cups, they also, they can show off their skills, and they can show off to potential team owners and potential sponsors. Hey, look, this is what I did, and help them get into that next step, because we all know how expensive racing is.
Mhm.
And having that support, having that sponsor, so that, you know, I don't have to come out of pocket as much, is always a good thing.
Oh yeah.
Amen to that.
Yeah, I'm not a wealthy man, but you know, I'm trying to at least do something I love and have a passion about, and bring my kids in that. You know, they, you know, in the wintertime we do indoor RC racing. So we're just kind of, we definitely enjoy that side of competition, and it just, you know, even with the RC stuff, it helps them learn about, you know, I've been able to teach them about keeping a clean line, staying out of trouble, you know. Accidents look cool until you're in one, and then nobody wins. And, you know,
Right.
be looking forward and eyes ahead, and being aware and taking care of, even though they're cheap RC stuff, but it was a big thing for me with my kids to take care of your equipment, you know.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Got to.
You know, respect what it is, and respect, you know. And that's the thing too, like, you know, I didn't, just like my dad and I with my first car, my dad didn't build me the car, I was out there working on it. That the only time that car got worked on is if I was out there. You know, it wasn't where it was just, here you go, you got it. You know, I had to put the sweat and blood and tears into
That's
it.
right.
And now with my kids, I'm trying to instill those same values. And
right.
you know, my son's out there, he's getting his car ready, he's getting it cleaned up, he's out there changing the oil, he's helping change the gears, you know. And so I'm having him be a part of it. And it's not where, you know, for me, I don't want to just go to the track and he just hops out of the car and disappears in the trailer, and then, hey, it's time to race, he pops back out. No, like, I want him to be a part of it, understand the process, understand, you know, hey, I talked to him, hey, how's the car doing this or that, and then we go over the stuff and say, okay, based on what you're saying, these are the changes I want to make. And then I try to explain to him why I'm making these changes, so that, you know, he can kind of learn and be a better communicator. Because hopefully someday, you know, he'll get picked up, or he'll be working with somebody that's a lot better than I am. And, you know, he can, you know, be able to communicate and be a good driver for somebody,
right.
or, you know, or be a good crew chief, you know. My youngest son, he's a daredevil. He loves to take risks. I kind of think of him as my Kyle Larson, you know, wreckers or checkers, you know. He's going to be the one to put his nose probably where it doesn't belong. And, you know, it may work, it may not, but
That's
I
right.
feel like my youngest is going to be the one, he's going to take those risks, and that'll put him in victory lane more often than not. Where, you know, the one that's currently racing, he's very calculated, he's very good, he's very analytical. And while he's a great driver and he's doing good, I can see him going more into the kind of the crew chief setup side of things.
Yeah.
So, you know, just exposing them to all of it, and let them kind of develop and tell me where they want to go next.
Do you have any merchandise that you sell?
No, not yet. Over winter, we would like to do some t-shirts and kind of get started going with that. Currently, the only thing we really have is just like the hero cards and stickers that we hand out at the events.
Yeah, when you get some, let us know. We always try to buy
Right,
something from our
yes.
guest.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. I was thinking when you was talking about all that, you know, they always say if you don't have yourself invested into something, you don't appreciate
That's
it
right.
as much by working on the car and knowing that, just learn it up inside and out and upside down and all that. They're going to be so invested, and that's truth. You know, you just learn everything about it, and you appreciate it more. Whatever it is in life.
That's right.
So that's great.
Sure,
What is the most expensive thing that you deal with in racing?
The most expensive thing I deal with in racing is accident damage. That kind of is the unforeseen cost of racing. You know, it's, as long as everything goes well, I mean, tires are 150 each, and, you know, unfortunately we've caught a couple flats this year. But other than that, Most of our expenses are just in the preseason prep. Every November we take the cars completely down. I disassemble everything and go through everything. Check for anything damaged, anything cracked. Check the bearings. Then go through all of it top to bottom. Put everything back together. I have an awesome guy, Jim at CKT. Super dude, very knowledgeable. Been doing karting for many, many, many years. Kind of a local legend in that. He's been had a bunch of national championships that he's had drivers for. He does the motors for us. I've been really happy with him and his product.
Yeah.
And he goes through the motor. So I mean, your kind of big expenses are just your tires for the season and the motor refresh. And other than that, it's actually, like I said, this form of racing really is pretty affordable.
I love it. What about you mentioned damage, but has any of the wrecks been serious or really bad, or has it just been more frame, issues and stuff you've had to straighten out?
There have been some, as most wrecks do in racing, they look awful. I've been fortunate enough. Last season, I was in an accident, and at the end of it, got hit on the side pretty hard. Got a concussion, kind of rung my bell pretty good. But after that, I had to get another fiberglass body and a new cradle and a new axle. So I think it was like $1,000 to fix everything, and I was back out the next week. There's been a couple bad accidents at the beginning of our season in the other series. And again, they looked horrendous. They looked awful. But both drivers, the first driver walked away, no injuries whatsoever, just some bruising. And he got tagged pretty hard, bent up the frame. The other driver, unfortunately, caught the wall in a way where it ended up making her airborne. And when it came down, it bent the front of the chassis up pretty bad. So that chassis was no good. But
yeah,
other than some bruised ribs and some bruising, same thing with her. She walked away unharmed. And these cars are really, really well built. They're purpose built to be put on these tracks. The other thing that I appreciate is we're not trying to go on half mile in some of these larger tracks. Almost all the tracks are in it, 1/3 of a mile or smaller.
Yeah.
It keeps the speeds down, and it just makes everything a lot more safe, for the kids that are driving, and even the adults. Like I said, it's just some of them have been pretty horrendous, but we've been very fortunate and very lucky, and honestly, the cars have been the thing that they've done their job. So.
You mentioned the word safe. That's a perfect segue to safety.
Yes.
What is required safety-wise for these things?
So your full suit. So racing shoes, racing suit, gloves, Hans device, and a helmet. 5-point harness. We're all required to have a full containment seat. There's rules about where you can be located in the car. You're not allowed to have your head too close to the top of the chassis. Just to make sure that we're not popping out of the car. For these cars, we go in through the roof. There's a hatch, and we kind of slide in. The kids sit a little more upright, but most of us adults are kind of almost at a 40-degree layback. So we're almost feels like we're almost flat in the car a little bit. But yeah, that's like I said,
a little bit more than I thought actually for that speed. I mean, I'm impressed. I didn't know they would go that level, but I'm glad to see they are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, the 5-point racing harnesses. Like I said, the big thing this year was full containment seats. They used to kind of let guys run almost like a drag racing seat with some side padding up by the head, which it won't do much in an accident. It's more of a kind of a headrest. So this year they required everybody to, if you didn't have a full containment seat, you had to get one for Grundy. And while it was a little expensive to buy, ultimately it's the safety part of it that's important. So I was able to find a seat that my son can grow into. As he gets bigger, we can take the inserts out, and Kirky makes an excellent product. As he gets taller, we can move the back up. as he gets, a little bit wider, we, take the inserts and the foam padding out to make sure it's fitted properly.
Right.
And the cars themselves had a lot of adjustment, where you can place the seat in it, how you can lay it back, even where the pedals. So as he grows with this chassis, as he gets taller, I can move the pedals farther forward. I can move the seat farther back and lay it back as he gets taller. So
Nice.
it's something that, if he wants to continue as he gets older, even into his teenage years or 20s, he can run this chassis until he decides he's done.
That's right.
What kind of things is commonly do they disqualify for? What are they looking for before a race? The obvious things maybe, but what generally are you seeing that would lead to a disqualification?
The big thing for us is weight. Weight and ride height are kind of the big two things that pretty much you can guarantee you're going to get teched on every week. Weight, we have to all weigh 720 pounds. That keeps it fair from my son who's 90 pounds and me who's under 50, at least I got a fighting chance on the track when he has to weigh the same as I do. So we all have to weigh 720, and we all can't be any lower ride height wise of 1 3/4 inch, and we can't have anything more than 55% cross left side weight. So those are the big hits in tech. You can guarantee that as soon as you come off the track, if you're in the top 3 or the top 5, and you're expected to go right to the scales. And then usually they do 1 or 2 or 3 kind of random things that they decide each week that they don't announce of, hey, we're going to check. So one week we might say, hey, we want to check your carburetor and make sure that it's not bored out, or hey, we want you to pull your valve cover. We want to make sure you're running factory rockers. Grundy this year switched us over to a restrictor plate to kind of slow the cars down a little bit. So that's another big thing this year is for Grundy is checking the restrictor plate. So whether they want to see it on or we got to pull the carb off so they can actually measure it, make sure nobody punched it out a little bit.
Well, what kind of tires do you run?
We run a Hoosier. You can run a Hoosier MC 780 slick or American Racer. We're allowed to run either one or the other. We can't run a mix and match on them. But for the most part, most of our guys are all running Hoosiers.
I'm going to ask a dumb question. Why not the mix? Is there some advantage, or they think it's unsafe, or why would they say not a mix?
I think it could be an advantage. I know the Hoosiers have a slightly different sidewall than the American. So some of these guys get real deep in the weeds with this stuff where they factor in the sidewall as part of their suspension. So I think it's a little bit of just a consistency thing, and it stops people from going off and buying all sorts of different stuff. So if you want to run Hoosier, you just run Hoosier or American, and it kind of just, I think some of it is just consistency, and 2, it's just to stop people from going off on the deep end with buying stuff.
Which one's higher right now for you? If you were to buy either one, which one would be the highest?
I believe the Hoosiers are. I started racing on the Hoosiers. It's what I'm used to. I'm kind of too chicken to expend the money on a different set to try it out. I've kind of dialed everything in on what I got, and for me, it's kind of one of those things. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
There you go.
There you go.
So for me, it's what I learned to race on when I got one of these. It's what was on it, and so for me, that's kind of the path I ended up taking. One of my good friends, he runs Americans, and we've compared notes here and there about tire pressure differences between his car and mine, and it doesn't seem to be too much of a difference. So maybe next year I might switch over to American at the start just to see if there is a difference, noticeable difference in how it drives.
It could become almost like a baseball player not stepping on the lines. Like I'm running Hoosier. I just can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah. What are you hauling them around with? How do you move them around? What are you using?
We're just using my dad, his company that he works for, Lansing Auto, was very generous the last 2 years. They let us use an enclosed trailer that they had.
Nice.
It was very, very nice. This year they were not able to do that, which is okay because I can't, I wasn't paying for it, so I'm not complaining. But we had
No.
another friend of the family step up, and I'm able to use a smaller open trailer. And
Great.
because my son and I, we don't race on the same nights, it's worked out really well. We don't have to ever worry about getting the cars to the track at the same time. And I will say this, having the car on an open trailer, I've gotten so many thumbs up and comments that
I bet.
I didn't get before. With it being enclosed, nobody knew what it was, but having it out there going down the highway, I have a bunch of people, they'll roll up, they'll pace you look over and they wave and give you a big thumbs up, and then they keep going. And a couple guys, you're sitting at a stoplight, they roll up next to you, they roll down the window, like, what is that thing? And tell me about it. And so it's as much as having it enclosed is nice in case we run into weather going to and from the track or on kind of those longer drives. Some of the tracks in Wisconsin, it's a 4 or 5 hour drive to get to. So having it enclosed is nice because you can keep everything in there and you don't have to worry about the weather and keep your tools secure and whatnot. But I've kind of grown to love the opportunity to talk about the car when it's sitting there on an open trailer.
Oh yeah,
That's cool.
So
Yeah, we've talked to a lot of people, and some said, some of them were fortunate enough that in the enclosed they were able to get a nice paint scheme, and some things on that.
right.
But they did admit just ease of being able to get to the car and do what you need to do, the open. But they mentioned that people notice it more, and so they think that's cool.
Definitely.
So I think there's give and take with both.
Oh
but,
yeah.
But I kind of think that or they do a hybrid, where part is covered, or part of.
Oh, I've seen that now. Some of the enclosed, they run like a clear Lexan about where the car would sit. So as you're driving down the road, you can kind of look through the middle of the trailer and see it sitting there, which is pretty cool. So maybe I'll get some good sponsors over winter. We can do something like that. And then it'd be cool to get an enclosed only because there are guys that have built what they call stackers for the Super Cups. And because they only sit about 3 feet tall, you can easily fit 2 of them stacked up inside your normal enclosed trailer. And so that would be awesome, because if my son does want to continue to race next year, we'll be able to race together. So at that point, I do need to figure out something where I get a much longer enclosed or a much longer open trailer where we can go nose to tail, or do a smaller enclosed where we can kind of stack them up. And then we can get both cars to the track at the same time without having to do 2 trucks.
Great.
Awesome. Putting on your
Christmas list.
Yes, for sure.
Putting on your track owner, or thinking about what if you had the power to change anything, not that anything's bad, but if you could change one thing about the sport right now that would make it better for you, what would that be, if there's anything?
I gotta say, for me, for my local scene, I'm pretty happy with how Grundy runs. I'm disappointed how many local tracks have closed. I mentioned earlier about Ileana, that was 5 minutes from me now. That was a beautiful half mile with a smaller quarter mile inside of it. They closed down. Rockford closed down. I think Grundy is one of the last asphalt tracks remaining in the entire state of Illinois, if I remember right. And that's a sad thing. I think honestly, if I would change one thing, I know there's been legislation in other states to kind of protect like a lot of the drag strips. Those 10, 15 years where I was drag racing and traveling around, you always heard about people moving in close to the track and complaining about the noise. And I know Ileana had a lot of complaints about, will they run? And it's like, well, they run on a Saturday. They run one night a week, and they don't run past 10 o'clock. Yeah, they're noisy, but it's such a small section of time. Is it really that offensive? And it just, I think if I could change one thing, I would try and find a way to protect more tracks. Protect more tracks from being harassed and put handcuffs on, and allow these tracks to use their facility in other ways, so that the tracks aren't dormant 6 days a week. Exactly. Or they can't even run an open practice. They can't run an open practice night. Like at the drag strip, they would have test and tunes 2 to 3 nights a week along with the weekends. So for me, I would love to go on a Tuesday night, Wednesday night, get some stuff dialed in, and when Saturday came along, I was already ready to go. They
Right.
can't really do that now because people complain, well, it's noise during the week. And so now the only testing I really get to be able to do, unless I want to do a private rental, which is quite expensive, is all my testing has to be done before my race. And it, and private rentals is a thing, but for me, I got a full-time job, and you got to take a day off for work, and you got to pay
Right.
a couple $100 for the private rental, and it's just it makes it ends up being cost prohibitive. And where if some of these tracks were able to do once or twice a week, even once a week on a Tuesday, Wednesday, hey, 20, 30, even $50 a car. Hey, well, open practice. Whoever shows up, we run you in groups, and we just cycle through every, 10, 15 minute on the track and then on to the next group. And, I think that would be a great thing. I think that would encourage people to come out. You could also sell cheaper than a race night, but,
Right.
instead of it being $20 for a race night, $10 and come watch some racing from the stands,
That's
and
right.
just a way to help these tracks maintain and make money. And especially with today's economy, the car counts are going down, the fan counts seem to be going down and dwindling. People don't have that extra money to throw around. I know some of the drivers complain about the purse money not being there for what the cost to get to the track and what they have to put in, and they feel like they're racing for peanuts, and just it ends up kind of just swirling around and going lower and lower, where when you don't get the fans to come out, then the track can't pay out as much, and then when the track's not paying out as much, then the racers don't want to come out, and when the racers aren't coming out, then the fans don't want to come out, and it just gets it's all downhill. And
Right.
I would love to find a way to kind of protect the tracks, help them make more money. And I want them to make money. The more money a track makes, the more they can reinvest and make the track better for us racers.
That's right.
One of my complaints that I may have about Grundy is that the pits are mostly gravel, but I understand that paving over everything in either asphalt or concrete is extremely expensive. And they've done a great job over the years adding concrete pit pads in certain locations, but they're chipping at it. But if they could have a couple great years, I'm sure they'd be more inclined to reinvest, and if they can make the facility nicer, then that draws more racers in. And you know what I mean? Then we're trending up instead of trending down.
Yeah. I was thinking when you were talking about the noise, and certainly some of these tracks when they first started probably didn't have that much around them.
They didn't.
But over time, the housing and everything, businesses, whatever, encroached around them. Then they wanted to complain.
Right.
Like, look, the track was there first.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. And you hear that a lot.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And you hear that a lot. Ileana was like that too, where it was, and there was really nothing around it. And as the area got built up and more housing and subdivisions got built up, and just, they were just a loud noise, and, they got into the town's ear, and, a lot of pressure that way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Even if we're doing car shows or something, let's continue to use the facility and find a way to generate. I know there's around here, they've done pretty good in football stadiums because it was the same way. They were pouring money into this football stadium that had one game a week.
Yeah.
And they found other ways to reinvent it, and it started making a lot more money, whether that was concerts or whatever. Find a way to use the site so they could generate money, which is going to help everybody, the bottom line, and the workers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure on the tracks, but I know if you pave everything, they charge you more for runoff and whatever it is, so they pay. I know people that ripped up their paved parking lots and went gravel for save money.
Yeah. And that's probably true. I'm probably speaking out of turn when, I don't know the financial side of that, and you're probably right. And maybe that's one of the reasons why they pick and choose how they do it. That's just me being, as a racer, I just, having a dusty car and dusty truck when I get home is like, one more thing I got to wash.
No, I like it. I think you're right. That would be a nice addition for that. And I think it's a give and take,
right.
Maybe they can do that for you, so you can do that. How do we keep up with you? Do you have social media that we can follow? And
I've got a social media page, ARB Motorsports. It's for Annabelle and Richard Bischoff Motorsports.
Okay.
We're on Facebook, and we try to go live when we're racing here and there, and post updates of where we're going to be, what tracks we're going to, or if we're going to a community event. We all try and post all that on the social media.
Well, we'll definitely
yes,
give you a
yes,
follow
yes,
and
yes.
keep up with you. You're part of our family.
right,
We hope
that's
that you'll
right.
come back and
Yeah,
Yeah.
be with us at some point. You can always come in if you got something you want to
That's
promote.
right.
Just let us know. We'll send you a link to
Awesome.
come up in the show, and you're always welcome. Is there anything that you wanted to cover that we haven't covered?
Right.
So many things we could talk about.
Oh yeah.
But is there something you really want to put out that's really important to you right now that we didn't get to that you'd like to say, take this time and do that?
Right.
But the only other thing is I appreciate you guys letting me come on here. One of the big things is I want to keep promoting this for the kids, Super Cups and racing in general. I firmly believe that if we as adults want this sport to continue, we really got to do a good job of bringing up the younger generation, whether that's bringing them to the track and having them sit in the seats just to watch, which my dad did for me. And then racing as well, or just trying to find a way to get them involved, even if it's go-karting or juice box, whatever. Just being involved, finding a way to get that time and invest in it, and help this continue on for the next generation and generations to come. Because, like I said, with the way these tracks are closing, man, we're going to very quickly find ourselves, with nowhere to go.
That's right.
Yeah, I think. One of our earliest interviews was some local gentlemen, and for our area, they said without something to bring kids in, the sport will die. And that was hard to hear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's hard.
It is.
But they were passionate then. And I do think tracks, like you said, they're doing some things to help with that.
Right.
And we encourage them to do that. Thanks so much for being with us on what I'm sure is a busy Wednesday night for you, but thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
We wish you and your family the best.
Yes.
And
thank you.
Keep on racing, brother.
Thank you. Thank you again. You're welcome for coming on. I appreciate the opportunity. I had a great time, and hopefully we'll get together again soon.
Oh yes.
You got it, my brother. All right, we'll drop you down so you can get out.
All right,
folks,
thanks.
give them a follow and check out this racing. I'm glad you do some live streaming stuff. I want to see this.
I do too.
I will be one of those people commenting, go get them.
Right.
Yeah, go team,
Please
Take
do.
care,
We'd
my
love to
friend.
have you on there.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
Take care.
All right. Thanks.
Oops, sorry. I hope I didn't do that too early. Appreciate hey there. Yeah, follow back. Yeah, we love to follow and we love to support and promote people's their team and what they're doing, their merch. I mean, everything needs promotion in some way. And what I like, my favorite part, I want to promote the sport, but I also want to promote the people.
That's right.
And I believe if you promote the people, then you can identify with somebody. Then you're going to spend some time and say, I want to go out and watch them race. I know them. I've met them. They've been on a show I know, or they live near me, or whatever it is, and go and do that. So
that's right.
We'll definitely put their stuff up. I didn't have it beforehand, but we'll put it out there on our social media and encourage people to do that. We're going to play a quick song. Dean, you good for a little bit of sports?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna take just a mini break, not long. We're gonna run just a little bit. We would run music anyway before it, but we're gonna do our SFP sports. Talk a little bit more. We might even still talk racing, but we'll talk a little baseball, football, all that good stuff that's coming around. Dean's got some notes.
I got notes on all of it.
All right, we'll be right back, my friends, when the song goes. Oh yeah, coming in.
Come in for landing.
Coming in for a landing, and we have landed in the world of SFP sports, and we hope you enjoyed our interview. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I did too.
Great guest.
Oh, yes.
I love the emphasis he put on. Of course, obviously, family man,
Yeah.
and the emphasis on the children and the racing and everything. And I think I missed NC Native, one of his things. My first car was an 88 Camaro, Berlin, at a square radio that swiveled left to right on the post coming out of the floorboard. Oh, he always is a great guest, or not even a guest. I'd love to have him on as a guest.
I
He
would
needs to
too.
be a guest.
I would too.
He should have his own show, honestly. Guy's a talent.
Oh, he is.
Quick thinker.
I like him.
But he likes bouncing around and going in all the shows. Hey, whatever you want to share with the world, NC Native 5, share it.
Yeah,
So it is always good. He's probably in somebody else's podcast right now, giving them the fun,
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna put it on screen. Let's talk a little baseball first.
Yeah.
Before we of course, like I said, we've been doing upgrades and everything with with the podcast, and sort of slowed down a little bit while we went through that, because you don't want to be trying to focus on shows when we're trying to get everything hooked up. So we slowed down for a few days, and then we're just testing some things. And then also my schedule was crazy, and Biscuit Boy's schedule was a little crazy too. So we're starting to get everything kind of back up, and we're looking forward to that. We're going to look at the standings first. But the Braves, I was going to say, the Braves were struggling into the break, but they've been kind of on fire. And they've built back up their lead.
Yes.
Starting out with the American League. The Yankees, they got their new young guy, Lombard Jr. They're just excited about. And I think they thought he was going to come and lead them back into the promised land. They're doing a little bit better.
They are.
Tampa Bay is whipping their butts.
Right now.
Look at that. Last 10, 9-1.
I know it.
The Yankees have a winning record at 6-4. But they're losing ground.
They are.
And Boston is not that far behind.
No,
and they also are winning well. The Blue Jays are as well, but they're a lot further out.
Orioles is the basement.
Well, yeah, they're just bottom feeders. I don't want to be mean, but honestly, they're bottom feeders.
They are.
The Rays are for real.
Oh, yeah.
The Yankees can't come in and do it. They've done it before.
Right.
But the Rays are for real. This race is, except for Kansas City, is really wide open.
Yeah.
This division is the Central and the AL has been like this the whole season.
Oh, yeah.
Detroit was buried at one point. They've kind of come back.
Yeah, they have.
And actually they're playing well right now. Everybody else is playing bad. The Sox and the Twins. And I think that talent level of Detroit's winning over. And I think I think they're going to go in the lead in this division.
I do. Yes.
It might take a few games to do it, but they're nipping at the heels of the Sox, and I think they'll get there. Going to the West, we see pretty tight.
Yeah.
I like the Rangers are coming back up.
I do too.
I'm a big fan of the Rangers. Ever since the days of Nolan Ryan.
Oh, yeah, I know you did. Yes.
Astros is a good team.
Right.
I'm rooting for the Rangers. And the Mariners are 5 back.
Yeah, the Angels is,
well, it's a sad story.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, they're in a great market.
They are.
They got the Dodgers. I don't know that they would ever consider doing it, but the A's need to leave town.
Yeah.
The A's need to go to Nashville or Miami. I've said this all year long. They need to go to Nashville. And then I don't know. Maybe they just need a new ownership or something. I don't know.
I don't know what they need, but they need something.
But this team is consistently bad.
Yeah, it is.
They've had some great star players, but the team has not performed
right.
Well. There you are for us Southern people, the Atlanta Braves.
Right.
The Atlanta Braves are 72, and if really close, some of the,
they are.
When you go back up and you look at, who was it? The Rays at 74. I think they're now leading the league in wins for both leagues, all of baseball.
Right.
You get down to the Braves are 72. And then you've got Brewers at 74, so they're tied for that, 74. But the Braves are 7-3 over the last 10. The Phillies are 5-5. They've lost 2 in a row. The Braves right now are a full 9 games.
Yes. Yes.
Take that, you Philly fanatics. I still remember that guy early in the season when the Braves swept Philly at Philly.
Yes.
And he's in the outfield going, nobody knows any of these players outside of Acuna. They got no pitching staff. We will be way ahead of them at playoff time. They won't even get in the playoffs. Just running that mouth. Well, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but right now, Bub, we're 9 games up.
Yeah, but they're playing the Mets now, and the Braves is doing pretty good with the Mets.
They had that one game. I couldn't believe it. Like, they got blown out. Like, what was that? But they're playing well, and the numbers are awesome right now.
Yeah.
And Philly is not.
Right.
And Miami is closing up. I'm telling you, it's going to be so funny. I've been rooting for this for weeks. If Miami can go ahead of the Phillies, I think that is the funniest thing.
Yeah.
I am for it. I'm down with that. I don't even like Miami, but I hate the Phillies. I'm sorry. I mean, I like the 76ers. I say that I don't really hate the Phillies, but you know what? It's such a rivalry to the Braves.
Oh, it is.
I'm sorry, we're Braves fans.
Right.
At least I am. Dean, he's sick.
I like Braves and Dodgers.
Well, I don't know how you call yourself a respectable Braves fan and saying you like the Dodgers too. Like, man, come on. That's like saying you like Alabama and Tennessee.
Yeah. I can't do that now.
Oh, you like Alabama either?
I don't. I like Bama better than Tennessee.
Well, I know that. But that would be funny. The Nationals, they're toast, and the Mets, a joke. Really, I mean, they're 6-4 of the last 10. But come on, they're not going anywhere.
I thought their Nationals would do better than the Miami Marlins, but they ain't doing nothing.
Well, I thought that too. There's those mighty Milwaukee Brewers. 74-46, but they're only up by 4, and they're 5-5 over the last 10. The Cubbies, they're on a winning streak.
They are
8-2 over the last 10. Man, go Cubs!
I know that's right.
I mean, they're only 4 out. Man, I gotta say, I'm kind of for the Cubs moving ahead of the Brewers.
I am too.
I don't know. Maybe it's because of nostalgia. Maybe because I grew up watching the Cubs a lot too. But I'm rooting for the Cubbies on this. The Cardinals, 13.5 out. Remember when they were kind of in the mix?
Yeah, yes.
That was a long time ago.
Yes.
The Reds, I don't know where Dusty's at. Dusty, if you're seeing this, Dusty, the Reds are 16 games out.
Yeah, they are.
But they are 6-4 over the last 10. The Pirates, toast.
Oh, yeah.
Along with the Reds.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
16.5 games
There's no
out.
big red machine right now.
No, they ain't.
And there is
the
Los Angeles Dodgers. Chavez Ravine.
8.5 games ahead.
But they're not playing good. They're 3-7 over the last 10. They've had some problems. They got all that talent. They've lost the best record in baseball for 2 teams that are ahead of them now. The Braves are tied with them for it. They're struggling. They're not in danger of being eclipsed, but the Padres are 7-3 over the last 10, and they have moved less than 10 games back. At one point, every team in the division was over 10 games or more behind the Dodgers.
That's right.
So the rest of the teams are horrible. Look at the Rockies, 24.5 out. The Giants, at least they're not in the basement, but it's close.
You're right.
Vitale from Tennessee, 22.5 games out. Oh my goodness. God. Some teams made some moves at the break, the trade deadline.
Yeah, I got those.
A few things.
I got some right here too. Not all of them, but some of them.
We'll go to that. Let's look at a few of the scores. The Brewers are tied 2-2 in the bottom of the 9th with the Padres.
Yes.
3 total errors in this game, but Padres got a chance to
I'll
knock them
take
off.
the Padres in this.
Well, I'm rooting for them. I hope it's in the bottom of the 9th, so we'll see. There's your favorite team. Do you call them the Guardians?
Nope, the Indians.
Hey, did you know that on one of the social channels, and I don't remember which one it is, that if you say the word for the Washington football team instead of the Commanders, they'll boot you.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I just read about that today. I forget which one it was, but they will not allow people to call them
the Redskins
anymore. That's not right.
Come on, mama.
Come on. Anyway, Cleveland and the Tigers, 2-2.
I'll take the Tigers in this one.
I'm going Tigers, absolutely. Even though the Guardians ain't better, the Indians, excuse me. Pirates 1-0 over the Marlins, bottom of the 2nd.
I'll take the Pirates.
I'm gonna go with the Marlins on this. I'm thinking they're playing good. I think they're gonna win this game, and I'm definitely going Cubs over the Nationals.
No, I'll take Nationals.
Listen at you. You over here talking about the Nationals, how bad they're doing, then you take them over the Cubbies. What's wrong with you, man? Come on, Cubbies all the way. Go Cubs. Red Sox, Blue Jays. I'm going Red Sox.
I'll take the Jays.
I think you switched. I think you were going to say Red Sox.
No.
And when you heard me say that,
No.
you switched to the Blue Jays.
No.
Dude, the Blue Jays suck. Come on, man. And the Mariners. And by the way, this is a Wednesday game, so some teams are not playing. It's not as heavy of a schedule sometimes on Wednesday. Mariners and Yankees.
I'll take the Yankees.
Yeah, I'll ride with the Yankees. They're going to win this. Braves Mets at 7.
I'll take the Braves.
First pitch. Definitely going to take that. So yeah, I like that. The Braves at 72.
I'll take the White Sox in this one.
I would too. The White Sox over the Reds, Rangers over the Angels. I'll predict.
I'll take the Angels.
Dane, come on, man. Dodgers over the Royals.
I'll take the Dodgers in this one.
Oh yeah. Finals. We knew the Orioles lost. We saw that earlier.
Yeah.
So we had 7-5, and then that might have been. Was that today? Did they do a double, or was that the other day? I didn't even.
I don't know when it was.
Anyway, maybe they played double headers. Phillies have already lost. I was wondering why it was 9 games. It was 8.5, so they lost 7-1. The Cardinals actually got the win. So awesome. But played some early ball.
Right.
Some early ball. So Rays over the Athletics 8-4. The Rockies over the Diamondbacks 6-4. And again, Astros over the Giants 2-1. So maybe that was a double.
Might be.
Let's go to schedule and look at tomorrow's games as we get closer to the weekend and see the switch around. Most of the teams looks like are playing the same teams, but when we go to Friday, it should switch around, and then we'll see Atlanta is at home against Arizona. Right. We see there.
Yes.
Washington at New York. Some of them are still playing the same team, but
yeah,
longer series. But what a dumpy game there. Colorado at San Francisco.
Yeah.
You got to really be a fan to want to go to watch that.
Yeah, you do.
Look at this matchup. Milwaukee at the Dodgers.
Oh, Lord.
Somebody's going to lose.
Yeah, they are.
Somebody's going to lose. And in that, are you rooting for the Dodgers?
Yes, I am.
I'm taking Milwaukee.
Oh, Lord, I knew you would. I knew you would. Just because
you did that, I'm going to, because I think you switched on me.
No, I'll just say Dodgers anyway.
Well, I still think you switched, man. And we see some of the pitching matchups. Atlanta, Chris Sale, by the way, who got kicked out of the last game.
Yes, he did.
The balk call and all this stuff that was going on, and he got, so he needs a good night.
Yeah, he does.
He needs a real good night. So, baseball notes. What you got, Dean?
Okay. The Braves will receive LHP Brent Suter. Angels will receive INF Nacho Alvarez. Red Sox acquire Adley Roach, man from Orioles. Pirates acquire Luke Weaver from Mets. Phillies acquire RHP Caleb Killian, INF Luis Alvarez.
Yeah, infielder.
Giants acquire RHB Marty Guire, RHB Raymond Marquez. Cardinals send Dustin May and JoJo Romero to Brewers. 2026 Braves Baseball Hall of Fame inductees: Carlos Beltran, Andrew Jones, and Jeff Rent.
All right.
Hang on a minute. I got more notes here. Athletics. Athletes with stars on Hollywood Walk of Fame: Muhammad Ali, Shaquille O'Neal, Serena Williams, Jackie Robinson, Babe Ruth, Jimmy Johnson.
Okay.
Blockbuster trade: Ella De La Cruz to Braves. Hunter Green to Braves. Braves trade away. Tate Setherine, I don't know him. SS Hyrone, top Braves prospect. Alex Lodiz, SS High A single A, 2025 second round pick. Eric Hartman of High A Rome, 270. Average prospect. Junior Ritchie, RHP, AA, AAA, former first round. Owen Murphy, RHP, AA, AAA, former first round. Briggs McKenzie, RHP, High A, Rome, 19-year-old lefty. That's Dean's notes from this week.
Awesome. So I was trying to look at news on that. I don't see it right in front of me, but we'll pull that up and get that on the screen.
I got a little side note to 2026 MLB Speedway Classic, Atlanta Braves versus Cincinnati Reds, Bristol Motor Speedway, August 1st, 2026. That was a few days ago.
Yeah. They've gotten to where they do that. You know,
Right.
I like that.
I do too.
Fans seem to like it as well.
Right.
So it will continue to be a little bit of football news, and we'll expand more on Wolf Nation Sports on the trades. But I got to watch the Hall of Fame game. I got to watch it in its entirety, and I'll put this on screen. Let me move this one off of there. And it was a great game, and it got to see former dog Carson Beck do good. Panthers in Arizona. That was a great game. Look at the score. Usually you don't see that kind of score for the Hall of Fame game. And I'm going to tell you, it was an amazing game. When you look at the box score, I mean, Carson Beck had a really good game, but Haynes King played at Georgia Tech and got the win, but he got hurt. But Beck had a great game. I mean, he was 59-19, 188, a touchdown. He did very good. Kenny Pickett was in for a little while, but Haynes King from Georgia Tech, right down the road here, come in 21 out of 34, 180, 2 touchdowns, got the winning touchdown run. Very nice. There it is. 3 rushes, 39 yards, and the touchdown. Very nice. Haynes King, but he got injured. I don't know how bad. Beck's not really a runner, so but Haynes King is one of the fastest guys in the league.
Sounds like it. Sounds
so,
like it.
But yeah, it was. But I know that this is the first week, and so tomorrow night, or throughout the weekend, you'll have some games. And I know one guy. He says, we were having a little thing at work. He said, I'm coming in. The Packers are playing, and there it is. The Packers and Steelers tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Also, you've got the Lions and the Bengals at 7 p.m. Preseason football is here in the NFL.
I'll take the Lions in this one.
Yeah, it's preseason. They're working on things, but the Lions, this Bengals team is good, though. I'll go Bengals just to counter you, man.
Okay, and the next one, I'll take the Steelers.
I'll go Packers on that. Colts will be at the Patriots.
I'll take the Pats.
I would, too. I'll go Patriots on that. Preseason game. It's hard to pick preseason, but whatever. Raiders, Cardinals.
I'll take the Cardinals.
I'm going Raiders, baby. Chargers, Texans.
I'll take the Texans.
I will as well. Titans and the 49ers at 9 p.m. game.
I'll take the 49ers.
I would too. And then on Friday, they are, the Atlanta Falcons.
You want me to take the
against the Broncos.
You take the Falcons, won't you?
At Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Atlanta, Georgia.
Are you going to go with the Falcons?
No, I'm going the Broncos. Are you kidding? The Falcons have already got injuries, man. Can you believe it? Already. We'll see how Tua does. Penix is not back yet, so Tua's the starter. He may not play though, but they'll play some third, fourth stringers or whatever. He might get a few reps. I doubt it. I doubt they'll put Tua in this game. So I think the Broncos will win this game. The Buccaneers against the Jets, Jets.
I'll take the Jets in this one.
Well, they're at home. They've got some good players, but I'm going Buccaneers on that one. Dolphins, Washington.
I'll take the Dolphins.
I'll go Washington on that. Panthers, Bills on Saturday at 1 p.m.
I'll take the Bills.
I would too. I'll go. Bills is a really good team. Again, they're going to be just getting some of their players out there and looking at them. Here's an interesting matchup: the Browns and the Bears. Bears will.
I'll take the
probably
Bears.
beat the Bears will beat the Browns in the regular season. I know they would. The Browns have a problem. They've got a lot of quarterbacks on the roster. You got Shadir Sanders. You got Deshaun Watson.
Yeah,
they've got some players. I think they've got the player on the team that eventually will take the job. That's neither one of these. But get this, Deshaun Watson. I think it's $47 million he will make this year. I mean, what has he done for the Browns? Talk about the scam of all scams of contracts.
Right.
A $250 million plus. Thank goodness the Falcons, didn't get into that. They were trying to.
Yeah, they were.
A lot of people were mad. I think now they wouldn't even run their mouth because that would have been a disaster, even though the Falcons need help at quarterback.
Right.
I don't think Deshaun Watson has been a bust so far for many reasons. But we'll see. Browns, can they turn it around? The Bears are Super Bowl potential.
They are.
They could win the thing. Vikings, Giants.
I'll take the Giants.
I love the Giants. I really do, but I'm going Vikings in this one. Rams, Chiefs. Ooh,
I'll take the Chiefs.
I'm a big fan of only the couple players on the Rams. I'm going Chiefs on this. They've got to get some things straightened out.
I know I'm going to take the Chiefs.
The Puka Nacua story is horrible. More and more is coming about his absence. He spent some time in rehab. I'm not even going to mention right now what they say he did. You can look it up. Great on the field. I hope he's got his life straightened out, but there is some nasty, ugly stuff out there.
I've not heard that now.
Yeah, you'll need to look it up. I'm not going to say it on the air.
No.
I don't even know all of it myself. I don't know some of it. Jaguars and the Aints. I'm sorry, the Saints.
I'll take the Saints in this one.
Jaguars, baby. They are in Louisiana. Eagles, Ravens.
I'll take the Eagles in this one.
Good matchup. I'm going Ravens. The Cowboys.
I'll take the
8 o'clock.
I'll take the Seahawks.
NFL Network. Oh, come on, baby. I'll do it. It's in Seattle, but I'm going to the Cowboys. It's a preseason game. Have fun with that. I also want to mention, they one of the players that went into the Hall of Fame, of course, was played for New Orleans, and I know I should have pulled that up, but shout out to those players for getting NFL Hall of Fame. We'll cover that in a future show this coming week and give them their due. I don't want to just throw it out there, but it was nice to see those guys get in the Hall while they're living.
Right,
I can still walk out there, but I really enjoyed it. Luke Kuechly was one of those, and there were some different ones. Drew Brees, obviously, what I was talking about. But we'll come back and talk about that a little greater detail in the next show on Wolf Nation. We can expand a little bit. This is meant to be sort of an overview, but we do got to get, and we are already deep in the box here. So it's going to be football with some baseball, also watching the races on SFP Sports and Wolf Nation. We're going to do some extra shows. We've got to talk about all the college and all the NFL and start putting some things together. And Dean's got to get set up on his fantasy team.
You're right.
Did you accept that email I sent you, the invite for your fantasy team?
I think I did. I'm not for sure.
You'd have to be signed in. You'd have to create. I may have to help you with that.
You will, yes.
We got to get your team, get your cuts made by next week. We got to get that done. We're going to draft at the end of the month.
Yes.
The end of the month. And I'll help you with that.
Okay, I got one here.
All right.
Have you heard this today? The LA Lakers are being sold to American businessman Josh Kushner and former Disney CEO Bob Iger for
That's interesting.
$12.5 billion, planning to expand team Las Vegas. They want to bring the Lakers from LA to Las Vegas.
Wow, that's huge news, man. I hadn't heard that.
Yep, I've got that.
Wow. Of course, we have LeBron going to 76ers, going to close out his career there. Can the 76ers beat the Knicks and win a championship after a long time? Hello, Siege Outdoors. I'm never been a LeBron fan. I respect his talent.
Right.
It'll be interesting to see. I'm a Sixers fan. if he can help bring a championship, I'm for it. I just don't. He whines too much. But you know what? Shout out to him at the end of his career, Hall of Famer, all that good stuff. I'm just not I've just never been a huge fan. But hey, whatever. But that's big news, man.
Yes. I thought it was. I read that.
Well, dadgum, I hadn't heard it. I mean, when was that announced? I mean,
I got right here. Hang on 1 minute. I'll tell you.
Because
that was.
I haven't heard that. I hope Dean ain't gave us bad info.
No, it ain't. It's off of the website called The Score.
Well, they better be right, or Dean's going to be egg on the face.
No, I got right here.
Dean says he's got it.
Here.
Well, just because it's on your phone don't make it through.
Look.
I believe it was sold because they've been looking, the Bus family's been looking to sell them. It is a new record for North America. Well, I'd say so because, I mean, that's an amazing, I mean, think about that, 12.5 billion.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no. See, they're not going to Vegas. I thought, why would they do that? They were looking to get an expansion over in Vegas, but they decided to buy the Lakers and stay there. So they're not going anywhere. Dean, that part you had wrong. That's
okay, I had that wrong.
That's what I was trying to figure out. Like, what are you talking about?
Okay, I didn't know that. You know, I didn't read that far down.
Yeah, man. I'm like, what are you doing? Breaking news? The Lakers going to Vegas? I mean, what are you? That's why I was trying to clarify. See, we give you anything here, even a little bit of crazy news.
Right.
Just so you go, what?
Okay, so I was wrong. Okay, folks.
No, that they were looking at that. But like I said, you know, there's some teams that need to move
right
from where they're at. They're not playing well. I
like
mean, the support is bad.
Like the Falcons need to leave Atlanta.
Well, like I said at the end of last year, if what you're going to put on the field is what you've continued to put on the field, you should leave. The idea is to win a championship or try to. And they are consistently putting failing teams, bad. Listen, Penix is not back yet at quarterback. He's got bad knees. He's coming back from the ACL and all that. Who knows? He's throwing around, but he's not in contact. He's not going to start the season on the roster. He's rehabbing. He's not going to play at all in the preseason. So he's not the starter. Tua is the starter, who has had multiple concussions.
Right.
And has missed. He's only in his career. Tua has only played more than 12 games one time, so he's going to miss some games. And I think the third stringer is like they cut the 35-year-old dude. They cut him. The guy I told you, that we talked about. They signed.
Yeah. Yes,
he's already been cut. He's already been cut. So, I mean, come on, man. I mean, why would I say? Why would I say they're going to do good? Because they're not. So anybody that thinks the Atlanta Falcons is going to win the Super Bowl this year, you need to go get checked out. You either own something or you're thinking bad.
Former MVP Russell Westbrook announced his retirement Wednesday after 18 seasons in the NBA.
Yeah, it was time. I mean, that's a long time beating up and down the courts, 18 years.
Right.
So here's the Falcons quarterbacks on the roster. Tua, which we talked about, 7-year pro from Alabama. We know that. He has Penix is number 2. Well, he's not number 2 right now because he can't play. He had a partially torn ACL. He's not been fully cleared to play. He's on his way back. Cooper Rush, who's been bounced around some. I think he was with Dallas for a while.
Right.
He's 32 years old, 6'3", 224. He's been in the league for 9 years from Central Michigan. He joined the team on training camp day. Honestly, he's probably the better healthy option. I think Tua is better than him at playing, but he's just going to get hurt. So it looks like Cooper Rush or Jack Strand. He's 22 years old, 6'5", 240 pounds, undrafted free agent from Minnesota State Moorhead. Signed to be a depth option. So Jack Strand could end up starting a game for the Falcons because Tua's going to get hurt. Penix is already hurt. He'll probably get hurt again.
Right.
Cooper Rush will be in the game. and they're going to be playing some great team with a great defense, and he's going to get blindsided. He's going to be laying crumpled on the field, and they're going to tell Jack, warm up quick. You've got to put you in the game. And Jack Strand, all 6'5", 240, undrafted free agent from Minnesota State, Moorhead. This is like an episode of Coach.
Yeah.
Except it's Minnesota State, Moorhead. They're going to say, Jack, you're our man. Go take the Strand.
Yeah.
I mean, this is where they're at. I mean, they have got to get somebody else. So here's what I think is going to happen in the time we got left.
No, you're fine.
I think that the Falcons will go into next year's draft. They're going to suck this year. They're not going to win. They're not going to win the division. They'll end up losing. I'm telling you that you can't win without consistency at quarterback. Listen, Bajan, love him. They gave him the big extension. They got talent. Drake London, love all those guys. But they can't win games without a solid quarterback.
That's right.
It's just not going to happen. They'll win, they're going to win a few, but they're not going to win the division. They're probably not. I don't think they'll be in the playoffs as a wild card or nothing. So they'll go into 27 in the draft to get a quarterback. And there's options. There's quarterbacks coming. And that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to get their guy in next year's draft. Remember, this year they didn't even have a first round pick.
Right.
So there's options for quarterbacks. Let me pull up. I was listening to another show, and they were talking about there's more than one team. I mean, they always are, but they're into that. Now here's the deal. There is a lot of talent coming out. Here's the Falcons curse. I know you get tickled when I talk about it. So here's the curse of being a Falcons fan. They will win just enough this year to suck at getting some of the best in the draft at quarterback unless they trade up. And they're not going to be able to trade what people would want to do it. So that's probably not going to happen. So here, we've got Dante Moore from Oregon coming out. Amazing talent at Oregon. Your favorite quarterback, Arch Manning from Texas. So the Manning connection, I'm sure some Falcons fans would want him, will be also in that draft. CJ Carr from Notre Dame, another very talented quarterback, will be in there. Julian Sayin from Ohio State, he's coming out. Uber talented kid from Ole Miss, Trinidad Chambliss. He is projected in some mock drafts 3rd overall. And then there's a couple of more. Darian Mensah from Miami, good player. Charlie Campbell, North Carolina State. Then there's some other, it's not going to happen. But the Falcons would need to be, because a lot of quarterbacks can be taken in the first round. It always happens, and it will this time. I mean, it didn't as much this year because teams were looking for other things, and there wasn't an abundance really of very talented quarterbacks coming out. But next year is a really good year. But here's what the Falcons will do: just good enough to cheat themselves out of the one they need to get. I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't mind having Trinidad Chambliss. That kid's amazing. But the Falcons will mess it up. And so will the Titans.
God.
And somebody like the Cowboys will slip up there and get somebody, and Cook will be bouncing off the walls because he got this quarterback. But anyway, I just think that, man, come on. That's what if you're going to be a Falcons fan, you have to go into it knowing that it's going to suck for you. And I'm at that point, man. And I've said, like I said, I still am a Falcons fan, but I refuse to support the same old every year. They need to give me a reason to root for them.
Before I know it, you gotta go. I'm gonna see you at work one day. You gotta wear a Falcons shirt, Falcons hat. We got work, and you gonna be supporting Falcons the whole time.
No, that won't happen. That's as likely to happen as you wearing Bubba Wallace underwear. You probably already got a pair.
No. No, I don't have none.
I will not. I'm not. It's because there's no way they're going to win this year. That's the trouble. And listen, Jets fans, I feel your pain. Every year they make you think this is the year. That's the way the Falcons do. every year they make you think. Now, listen, I like what they've done with the changes they've made in the all front office. I don't know if I'm a huge Stefanski fan, but I like what they're doing there with Ryan and all the stuff they're doing in the front office. And I think, it's just that there's a lot of mess to clean up. This year, because of all of that, because of the baggage and everything they had, they got some nice pieces. I like what they have. They've already got a injury on the defensive line. I like what they've done on the defense. They've also got a whole offensive line. So here you go. You've already got injuries and holes and everything on the offensive line, and you got quarterbacks that look like they just rolled off a MASH bus. I mean, they look like they've been in war. And they open up. I mean, they're bleeding, and they've got bandages all over them, and that's what you have. Or you have somebody who never has no hope of being anything unless a miracle occurs. But it won't happen for the Falcons because there's never a story like that. So you already know they're going to be just good enough to be bad enough in the draft not to get anything really good.
And the same owner, too.
The same owner, and that's the biggest problem. Arthur Blank and his suede jackets and everything coming down there clapping. It's the same product. If they could ever get him to just sit up in his little office or cubicle or box office, keep him up there and let them run the team and just quit trying to mug for the camera and all that. Just let them work on this. It's going to take 2 or 3 years. They've got the pieces,
right?
But they better get a quarterback quick, or Bijan Robinson's going to waste his career. Drake London's going to waste his career. Listen, I mean, the tight end's on a 1-year deal. Who knows if he's even going to be there the following year?
True.
I like some of the young players they've drafted, but it's the Falcons, and they will mess it up. I'm not going to wear the Falcons colored glasses right now. I'm going to be honest, and that's what. All I've been is honest.
Right.
And everything that has happened for them over the offseason, everything just reinforces more for me that they're going to be bad. There's no hope. I would not go into the first game going, hey, we're 0-0. The Super Bowl's up for everybody, not for the Falcons. No way. No way. It's not going to happen. I can tell you this. They will not be a Super Bowl in early 27 that features the Jets and the Falcons. That's not going to happen. Just be honest, brutally honest. And that's what you're going to see. So we'll track it. We'll follow it.
What about the Titans and the Jets?
They're the same. They could get in the conference game, but that's not going to happen either. It's not going to happen. They're both bad teams. The Jets have a better chance than the Titans, but no, it's not going to happen. I saw somebody, check this out. Somebody locally kind of gave me a warm spot because I never liked that the Oilers moved to Tennessee. I was always dead set against that. I miss the Houston Oilers.
I do too.
I like the Houston Texans, but come on. Somebody had for sale a marketplace, a Houston Oilers helmet, full size, with the autograph of Billy Wattshoes Johnson. Dude, I would like to have had that. That would have been prominent. One, because the Oilers are gone, and I miss that.
Right.
And two is, I was a big fan of Billy Wattshoes Johnson. All those years with the Oilers, and he played for the Falcons for a while. What an amazing talent. Love that guy. But it's not going to happen.
Did you get it?
No, I'm going to be good. I quit looking because I ended up wanting to buy. I almost bought some Georgia memorabilia a couple of weeks ago, but I decided not to because I'm spending my money on the show.
Right.
And I'm, there's only so much money to go around. So
right.
Taking care of, paying bills and, still things out there. And so I can't be doing that. But I just said I would like to have had.
Oh, okay.
It don't cost anything to look.
No, it don't.
But, Dean, he can't look. He has to buy more racing gear for his buildings, basement.
No comment. I can't comment.
There's never been a racing item that Dean has walked away from and went, I just can't do it. I can't. No, he says, I want it. I'm getting it.
No comment.
Unless the price was way out of range.
Right.
That's the only time Dean would walk away.
Yeah. Yes.
We might need to do an intervention for Dean. A little bit of an intervention,
Yeah.
My wife felt that way back in the day when I'd go to music, not shows. I spent money there, but you would go to these big record deals,
Oh yeah.
Memorabilia and rare stuff. My wife she would be thinking, oh Lord, but I always, what I did? I always went in with a budget.
Right.
I had a block of money. If I didn't find anything I really wanted, the money left with me, I went in with the idea of 2 or 3 things I would like to have, or if I bought something, it stayed within that budget. I never was the guy spending his lot bill money or
No,
never did that. That's not saying I didn't spend a lot of money at times, but you know what I did? This is what I did when I would buy music memorabilia, whether that was through the mail or going to a show. I would work overtime at work for the specific purpose of putting money away for when something like that was coming up. So it didn't come out of our budget for our house expenses. And my wife was like, cool with that. You know, it's like I'm working for, like I worked for, like I was, or if it was concert tickets, whatever. I never took that out of regular budget.
Right.
I always worked over for the things I wanted to do. I put the sweat in, believe me, you know, where we worked. There were times there was a lot of sweat.
You work. I can't say that happened.
Oh, come on, man. Are you kidding me?
I never, like yesterday, you just stood there.
Well, I was giving out stuff, Dean. I was serving. I was being a servant.
You wasn't doing nothing.
I gave you a drink.
Yeah.
We were there. You got a hot dog, a couple of them, didn't you?
Yeah.
It was a good hot dog,
Yes,
wasn't it?
it
You got
was.
some ice cream, chips.
Did you like it?
It was good.
It was good.
I'll be there again tomorrow and tomorrow night. As United Way kickoff we're doing.
Yeah.
I was the first one. Now somebody did it online, but I was the first one to fill their form out and put it in the basket. I did it before everybody started coming on the first one. Just wanted to go ahead and get it done. So I knew I was going to do it anyway. I just went ahead and did it. So did you get your little ticket filled out?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, good. For the drawing?
Yes.
I bet you're thinking, I'd like to have that TV.
Well, yeah. Well,
You've
whatever.
got TV.
Yeah.
If they had something racing there, you'd have been like, ooh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, all right, folks, that's sports. We've had a great time. We've been on since just a little after 5.
Oh, James hit me his picks.
Okay, what's James got?
Hamlin, Blaney, Gibbs, Dark Horse, SVG.
See, me and James are on the same wavelength except for SVG. It was all the same 3. That was my top 3. Just in a little bit different order, I think.
I got some notes from the Tri-State Racing.
We got to get that show going too. We're going to put that on the docket, but go ahead.
Okay, Fort Payne Speedway, August 15th. No race.
Rain.
No race on schedule.
Oh, there's just no race.
Right.
We've had a lot of rainouts.
This is all from the schedule. August 22nd, full program and B Hobby Duel. That's at Fort Payne.
Fort Payne, baby.
North Georgia Speedway, August 15th, regular scheduled race. August 22nd, first responder night and race. I-75 Raceway Park, August 15th, fan night, Sharp Mini Late Series, August 22nd, Mod Minis, 4 people for $40 night. August 29th, Sportsman Shootout, and Sharp Mini Late Models. Travis Alvarez, second A main victory at Realmont Raceway, Realmont, Wisconsin. That was on August 8th.
Nice. And we do have a show coming for the Tri-State Racing News. Me and Dean will get that together.
That's Dean's notes for the Dirt World.
From the Dirt World. I love it. Love it. All right, then. That's our show for tonight. Thank you, Dean. Thank you, Maureen. Thank you to our guests and NC and others that stopped in for briefly, and whoever watches in the future. We hope you have a great night. And
yes.
When you see this, we hope and pray that you know Jesus in a personal way. He is your Lord and Savior. Serve him today. Time is wrapping up for all of us.
Oh, yes.
I seen a guy. Well, I went to school with his wife. We went to school together, and he passed away. And I knew him, but I knew of him. But I went to school with her, and he was a year younger than me. You start seeing that, and it's like, so many passing.
Right.
I'd say we're getting a little older, Dean.
You are the good die young, so I'm staying young.
You just said the good die young.
That's right.
What was that?
The good die young. I'm staying young.
That means you would die. I mean, what? That's That's like saying take a long walk on a short walk on a long pier or something, dude. I mean, the math ain't mathing, man. What?
Yeah.
You're always a gold mine for sayings. I love
That's
that.
right. That's right.
The good die young, so I'm going to stay young.
Yeah.
Clip that. I am definitely going to have to put that up. Dean. You got Marine on that one. I can hear him over here. Oh, man. Have a great night, folks. We'll get some music pulled up. And don't forget, get you some Wolf Nation coffee, and you will not be disappointed. Let's get out of here, Dean.
That's right.
We gotta reboot the song here. Just a second. There it goes.